Friday in round 2, the winner of this one versus the winner of Wichita Falls Memorial and El Paso Chapin. If you're anywhere in Denton County, you still have time to get here for this one. If not, you're going to miss a good one. Glad we can bring it to you. Kick back, grab a snack and your beverage of choice, and get ready for a doozy tonight. It's playoff time in Texas, and we can't wait for kickoff at 7 p.m. But first, the incomparable Blake Jones will guide you through the YourNewDoor.com pregame show, beginning with his weekly flyover with Argyle head coach Todd Rogers. That is coming up next after this word from 308 Construction on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting.
Introducing 308 Construction and Solutions Group. From brand new projects to intricate remodels, we've got you covered. No need to call multiple contractors. With in-house electrical and plumbing teams, we simplify your journey. Proudly based right here in Argyle, Texas, we're not just builders, we're your neighbors and community members. Let the team at 308 Construction be your first call for every construction, electrical, and plumbing need. 308 Construction and Solutions Group, building the heart of the DFW, one project at a time.
407 Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles. Named the very best barbecue in all of DFW several times over, 407 Barbecue offers an array of award-winning smoked meats, including mouth-watering brisket and ribs. No plate is complete without one of their world-famous sides and a bowl of Grandma's banana pudding. Family owned and operated by your neighbors right here in Argyle. See their menu and catering options online at 407bbq.com or see for yourself at I-35W exit 407. 407 Barbecue.
JB Warranties, one of Inc. 5000's fastest growing companies, is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles. Headquartered in Argyle, Texas, JB Warranties is proud to serve the HVAC and plumbing industry with our wholesale protection plan offerings throughout the U.S. and Canada. The winning game plan for every season starts with warranty plan offerings backed in service through the nation's leader, JB Warranties. For more info, visit jbwarranties.com. Go Eagles!
Good evening, Eagles fans. This is Pastor Dale Tamke with Argyle United Methodist Church. I want to invite you and your family to church this Sunday. We have a traditional service with Holy Communion at 8:45 a.m. and a contemporary service at 11 a.m. Check us out at argyleumc.org to stay connected to all of our upcoming events. Whoever you are, whatever your story, however you come to join us, know that you will be seen, you will be loved, and you will be welcome. We hope to see you Sunday. Now go Eagles.
When it comes to roofing, there aren't many licensed companies in Texas. But there is one owned and operated right here in Argyle, proudly serving the community and supporting our Eagles. It's the Roofing Pro. From quick repairs to complete roof replacements, the Roofing Pro treats every roof like it's their own. Let's keep your home Eagle approved.
Argyle Eagle touchdown!
Call us today or find us online at theroofingpro.com. Go Eagles!
All right, 407 Barbecue brings us this week's weekly flyover with the head coach of the Eagles, Todd Rogers. And Coach, you played your final regular season game. You defeated the Colony 37-6. What were your thoughts coming out of that one?
Well, I thought our football team prepared well during the week. I thought we had good game plans offensively and defensively.
Couple of them at you. It was your third consecutive first-half shutout, 22 straight opponent drives without points. And in fact, you know, just looking at district play, you got a couple broken plays against Seguin and Summit. Everman scored on a fake punt. Colleyville Heritage did score a couple touchdowns, but really outside of that, I mean, your defense has really shut down opponents in district play. And it's just amazing to see, you know, their efficiency in the first half. So, you know, when their hair's still on fire, but you got to feel pretty good about where your defense is at right now.
Yeah, I think they are. The most important thing, we've been playing a lot of kids. So we have them trained in multiple positions, and they communicate well. They're high energy. They're super focused, and they bring a nastiness to our football team that is a positive quality.
So we talked to you at the half, and I don't think it got any better in the second, but I think the term you said was antics going on the field. And your team responded really well to that. And I'm curious, is that Is that just a team makeup thing where your kids are just really calm in the moment like that, or is that something heavily preached during the weekend of practice?
I think a little bit of both. These messages have to be conveyed way back in the training days and off season, and certainly throughout the course of the season, those things are talked about. We have a goal, and we don't want anybody.
Your third season here, where everything begins to ramp up, and I wanted to ask you if things change this week at all. Does your process change at all? Because I know you're very much, this is the Argyle standard, and some people are like, well, it's playoffs, you got to ramp up. But the other side of it is, well, you don't want to change anything about your process at all. And I could see where you'd want to ramp things up for playoffs to get your kids focused. But on the other hand, you want them as fresh as can be heading into the game. So, long story short, does anything change this week as playoffs begin?
I think kids are they love routine and they love consistency. The schedule, that usually, when you talk about consistency, that means the human beings around them, the leaders, the coaches, the parents, they just want consistency. Well, they want consistency in a routine too. So I don't deviate the routine very much. Obviously, we don't have to bang and be physical as much as we did in the beginning of the year. So we make it more cerebral. But it's high energy, high enthusiasm cerebral. So we're running around full speed. It's just not much physicality at the point. There are points in practice where we get that, but we've backed off for the most part in regards to physicality. But the way we do things are the way we do things, and we got more kids, more reps. That's how we perpetuate our program, and we don't want to miss out on that. But not one drill was different this week than it was week one. We're going to do what we do, and there's a preparation path for every week, and Monday has its nuances, Tuesday has its nuances, Wednesday it's got its own uniqueness, Thursday has its uniqueness, so not much changes.
And I'm sure the juice kind of takes care of itself at this point. It's win or go home at this point. So you draw Emerson in round one, your former district mate. And we were kicking this around on the broadcast because Emerson had the rare Week 11 bye. So they're going to be well rested and a little healed up as they head to Eagle Stadium this week. That comes with its own advantages, disadvantages, but it's curious your thought about seeing a team that's going to come in pretty well rested.
Yeah, you have to talk about the fact is they just went 10 straight without resting.
Yeah.
Right? So wear and tear, haggard, probably need a couple of days off completely, to get their mind back going again. There's positives and there's negatives about both of those. We're week 3 bye and they're a week 11 bye. So they both have their advantages. So we're grinding it out and they get to refresh. But the thing about it is they didn't play football last Friday, and so they might be out of sync or out of rhythm in regards to that. So it just depends on how the coaches handle it and how the players handle it.
All right, let's get into Emerson, including tonight's Coach Rogers' keys to victory as the YourNewDoor.com pregame show continues on after this word from Billy Klein with Your New Door.
I've got a great idea. Always
and it continues in a moment.
What's the secret to scoring big in the real estate game? Put the ball in the hands of the winning realtor in Argyle, Lorena Moore with Monument Realty. Lorena knows all of the plays to find the perfect match for you, whether you're buying or selling. Real estate is about connections, and there's no better quarterback in Argyle than Lorena Moore. Find her at dfwmoorehomes.com or look for her QR code around Eagle Stadium. Don't get stuck on the sidelines. Go with Lorena Moore with Monument Realty.
Updating your home is too important to do alone. The Design House of Denton has designers and experts on staff.
Helmets are buckled. Your new door.com press box. With the call for tonight's game, here is Mitch Cullen and Kenny Arthur.
Eagle Stadium for bi-district football. It's playoff time. It's the Argyle Eagles and the Frisco Emerson Mavericks as the Argyle Eagles are coming out on the field right now. Get prepared for this big bi-district matchup. Winner of this game will face the winner of Wichita Falls Memorial and El Paso Chapin next Friday. And it should be a doozy tonight. We've talked about this actually for weeks, about how this first round matchup could be a tough one. And Mitch, this is fun. Usually on this bi-district week, we're kind of preparing for what we're going to talk about in the second half because it's going to be such a lopsided game, but this one should be fun tonight.
Yeah, usually there's a lot of dead air in this first round, but tonight, gosh, it's almost kind of scary a little bit, right? Because that's a formidable foe that's over there, and I think they're full of confidence. They think they've played in a really tough district, and they're battle-tested and ready to go, and so Argyle's got to bring it tonight for sure.
We will have us a new sideline guy tonight. Clark, for some reason, thinks that he's got to go visit family and whatnot in Michigan. So he's up there in the cold. So former Argyle great Austin Ani will be on the sidelines for us tonight. So we'll check in with Austin here in a little bit and get the Chick-fil-A Argyle mood on the sideline, maybe get a little weather forecast from him. We've got the Legacy, Lori Jacobson and the Legacy Group coin toss that'll be coming up here in just a few moments. Let's talk quickly, and let's go ahead and give some starters here for the Emerson Mavericks. That way we can just talk about football once this game gets going. Quarterback is DJ Shelton. He's a senior, goes 6'2", 208 pounds. He throws at about 61% clip, 1,583 yards, 15 touchdowns on the season for DJ. Only 4 interceptions as well, so not a lot of turnovers by this team. Matter of fact, only 11 turnovers total, 7 fumbles and 4 interceptions. Cameron Lockhart, the starting running back, but they throw a few other guys out there as well, all averaging over 6 yards per carry on the season. Top receivers, Kelton Wafer, he's a senior. He's got couple of offers. One of them right here in town, right down the street at UNT, has offered Kelton Wafer to play at the next level, averaging 19 yards per catch and 6 touchdowns for the receiver, Kelton Wafer. Blake McLean as well. He is the junior receiver, 14 yards a catch this season. Matthias Talavera is the senior tight end, goes 6'3", 205 pounds. They'll throw to him as well. They'll also throw to the backs out of the backfield. Jason Williams, their slot guy, leads the team in catches with 48 and 4 touchdowns as well. Defensively, and I think that's where they shine, and that's where, as Mitch talked about their confidence, they think they can stop this Argyle offense. Agape Lawrence, the middle linebacker, it seems like we've been calling his name for years. You got to remember this Frisco Emerson team was just a varsity program for the first time, 3 years ago, I think it was. So you had a lot of sophomores starting at the varsity level, one of those being Agape Lawrence. He leads the team in tackles with 15 tackles for loss. Defensive end Chris Winters, the senior, has 27 tackles and 11 tackles for loss, but 9 sacks on the season for Chris Winters. They're kind of small across that defensive front, Mitch, but as a team, 30 sacks. So the Argyle offensive line is going to have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, and just real quickly, before the game even starts, a little gamesmanship going on right now. They're coming in really slow. Argyle's been on the field for a couple of minutes. Their guys are pretty much just walking on the field. But, Kenny, we say it every week that, the big guys up front got to do it, right? I don't think it's more evident in any game than this one tonight. I think that's where the biggest difference will happen is in the trenches.
Captains are coming out on the field right now for Emerson. It is number 11, Agape Lawrence, number 23, Nate Leal, number 14, Kelton Wafer, and number 9, DJ Shelton. For Argyle, it's McGuire Gasperson, number 11, Weston Cheney, number 64, number 2, Garrett Westrom, and number 8 for Argyle, Nathaniel Bruce. And we're going to head down to the field and see if we can get the coin toss here, the Lori Jacobson and the Legacy Group.
Yeah, they hadn't even broken through their little tunnel yet.
Yeah, it looks like they don't come out on the field till after. And we're going down to for the coin toss now.
Okay, gentlemen, we have a coin here that's head, right here. Heads, that's tails. Okay? You're the visiting team, so it's your option. Heads or tails? Tails. Tails is called. Okay? Just tell them you want to defer.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Frisco Emerson had won the toss, and they would defer the option to the second half.
They're deferring.
All right, so you heard that from referee Arthur Williams. The toss was won by Frisco Emerson. They defer to the second half. Argyle will take the football. The coin toss brought to you by Lori Jacobson and the Legacy Group. It's not heads or tails, and you don't have to pick. With Lori Jacobson and the Legacy Group, you're both a client and a friend, as we are still awaiting the rest of the Frisco Emerson Mavericks to come out on the field.
Weston Cheney looks like Andre the Giant out there. He was full helmet taller than most of them out there.
All right, as we just are about set, so Argyle will have the football first. And so as we just get set for kickoff here, let's find out who your starting 11 is on offense for Argyle. Gasperson under some pressure, throws complete. Will Krzyzak, 40, takes it inside, 45, breaks the tackle at midfield. He's off to the races. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. They're not going to catch him. Leaps out of a tackle at the end zone. Argyle touchdown. Wow. 70-yard pitch and catch from McGuire Gasperson to Will the Thrill Krzyzak. All aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
Todd Rogers, head coach. This is my starting 11 on offense.
McGuire Gasperson, 11, junior, quarterback.
Watson Bell, number 6, junior, running back.
Grant Romero, number 16, senior, wide receiver.
Will Krzyzak, number 1, senior, wide receiver.
Brooks Bryan, 12, junior, receiver.
Braden Bach, 88, junior, tight end.
Tyler Roberts, 73, senior, left tackle.
Keegan Lawson, 78, junior, left guard.
Chancey Bowen, 79, junior, center.
Weston Cheney, number 64, senior, right guard.
Braxton Firestone, 77, sophomore, right tackle.
Jake Gregory, offensive coordinator.
And when the Emerson Mavericks do get the football, here's your starters on defense for Argyle. Hawkins wanting to throw. He's under pressure. He steps up. He's just going to throw it high and deep down the field. And that ball is going to be intercepted. Micah Roberts with the interception at the 25-yard line.
Wow.
It's Argyle football. First interception of the year for Michael Hawkins, and it comes by Micah Roberts.
Todd Rogers, head coach. This is my starting 11 on defense.
Right now, Herman, number 49, sophomore, defensive tackle.
John Hurt, 94, senior, defensive line.
Xavier Trotter, number 44, senior, defensive tackle.
Thomas Irwin, 9, senior, linebacker.
Brody Bomar, 33, sophomore, linebacker.
Max Bland, number 32, junior, linebacker.
Luke Bracey, number 7, junior, DB.
Garrett Westrom, number 2, senior, safety.
Nathaniel Bruce, number 8, junior, free safety.
Xavier Sanchez, number 4, senior, safety.
Luke Lane, number 3, senior, defensive back.
Coach Lundy, defensive coordinator.
There's your starters for the Argyle Eagles, and we just about set for kickoff here at Eagle Stadium. Thanks again to our pregame sponsors, yournewdoor.com. DFW Door Repair is now yournewdoor.com. Different name, but the same quality door company you've grown to trust, yournewdoor.com. All right, we have Austin. Austin, we got you down there?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right, we're heading down to Austin Ani. Hey, Austin, give us kind of how the players are doing down there. What's the Chick-fil-A Argyle mood on the sideline tonight?
I think everybody looks pumped, ready to go. Obviously got a great team going against in Frisco, Emerson, so one of the tougher first rounds that Argyle's had, so everybody looks ready to go and ready to win tonight. So excited to be here. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, excited to have you down there. The flags are blowing looks pretty strong. What's it feel like down there on the field?
It's not too bad. Looks like the quarterback's spinning it really well. So, once you get that tight spiral wind, adrenaline, wind shouldn't be a huge factor tonight. So, but it feels good. Feels like playoff football right now.
All right, we're set for kickoff. John Pacheco set to kick things off for the Emerson Mavericks. Brooks Bryan and Will Krzyzak back deep for Argyle. It's end over end. It's going to be Brooks Bryan. He is retreating back to the 1-yard line. He's got it. He's coming straight ahead. Looking for some running room. Cuts it to the left. Spins out of a tackle and going to get across the 25 to about the 26-yard line before Tyson Cannon, number 4, makes the stop. And Argyle will come out 1st and 10, get that offense going. McGuire Gasperson, the quarterback, throwing for 64% on the season. Want to give credit to our officials. Love to have those guys out here. It's getting harder and harder to find good officials because these fans are so tough on them. But referee is Arthur Williams. Our umpire is Gary Pomrinke. Head line judge is Jerry Broccoli. The line judge is Jermaine Cornegay. Back judge is Tyler Duggan. Side judge is Brian Alonzo. And the field judge is Michael Molinar. So thanks to those guys for working so hard out of the Fort Worth Officials Association. McGuire Gasperson's going to take off. He was looking for his man. Looked like he was looking out to the right there for Watson Bell coming out of the backfield, and he was covered. So Gasperson decides to go with it and ends up losing a couple of yards. 2nd down and 12. Argyle from the right hash, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Gasperson from the gun. And first, no, it's going to be the read option. Gasperson going to keep it. He's running to the right. He's got a 1st down out across the 35 to about the late flag comes in out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I think they got his face mask on the way down.
15-yard gain, and they'll tack on 15 more to it. We're going to wait on the call here from official Arthur Williams. Turn on your mic there, Mr. Williams. That is a face mask. We're not getting his microphone. And so Argyle will have the football now in Emerson territory at the 46-yard line following that 15-yard mark off. And it's going to be a handoff to Chase Bagley running left. Now coming back right. Not a whole lot there. As lost a yard. He was brought down by Brandon Clemens. And matter of fact, he lost a yard back to the 47-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 11. And that's one of the things, Mitch, that you got to watch out for is you got a little faster defense here. Not a lot of time to move around left to right. Got to run north and south instead of east and west. Watson Bell, he's running north and south. He's got a hole. He's got a first down. He's going to be tripped up. He's inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 13-yard gain. Another Argyle first down at the Emerson 34.
Yeah, and it was his speed that got him that, right? He got through the hole so much quicker right there and then just kind of did a little jump cut and got him some more room.
Ball on the right hash. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Oh, a little pass is caught. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage, or Braden Bach might still be running down the sideline. Ends up being a gain of a yard as he had to go down to make that catch after it was tipped. And so it'll be 2nd down and 9.
I think we might be glad there's no instant replay on that catch, right?
Yeah, I might have been incomplete.
Yeah.
But 2nd and 9 instead of 2nd and 10. Here's play action going deep. Is McGuire Gasperson. Oh, and lots of contact in the end zone, and there's the flag. It was intended for Will Krzyzak.
Yeah, and he was there, right? It would have taken a perfect pass to get it to him, but the defender never turned around, just threw his arms up in the air, and that's an easy call for the officials back there. Both of them called it.
Elijah White on the coverage. Second down, so it'd be a first down inside the 20 now, inside the Rustico red zone at the 18-yard line. Clark McNulty listening in from West Branch, Michigan with mom and dad. Says dad might be resting his eyes a little bit, though. 1st and 10 from the 18 for Argyle. It's going to be Watson Bell getting the handoff on the read option, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 20-yard line. Agape Lawrence, the middle linebacker, to make the stop. Loss of a yard. Lost 2 yards back to the 20. Going to be 2nd down and 12.
Doesn't agape mean love? Isn't that right?
It's Latin, isn't it, for love? 2nd down and 12. 2 receivers left, 1 right. We'll give you the Cinch Cleaners uniform update to paint this picture. It's Watson Bell again, moving a little bit left and a little bit right, finding some yardage to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 4.
Man, that one last guy, right? He gets past that guy, and he's in the end zone right there.
3rd down and 8 for the Eagles. Argyle in their black jerseys, white numerals outlined in red, gray pants with red, white, and black stripes down those pants, white helmets tonight for Argyle. First 3rd down of the game for the Eagles. It's 3rd down and 8. Gasperson going to throw it to Bell out of the backfield, and he can't hang on to it. I don't know if he would have the first down anyway, as he had someone barreling down on him.
They needed to get it to him a little bit quicker, right? I mean, the ball was in the air a long time. If he'd had it, he would have been able to use his elusiveness and probably could have gotten somewhere, but it was just in the air too long, and the defense closed on him, and I think he hurt him, and that was the reason he didn't catch the pass.
And Jackson Green in to attempt the field goal. It's going to be a 34-yard attempt. Nate Bruce back out there holding. Greg Moeller. Good snap, good hold. The field goal is on its way, and it is good. It took a little while to signal. 34-yard field goal by Jackson Green is good. Eagles strike first, 8:57 to play first quarter. Our new score is Argyle 3, Frisco, Emerson, nothing. And we're going to check down on the field now with Austin Awney and talk a little bit about that Frisco Emerson defense. Austin, Argyle hadn't faced a defense like this in several weeks, and tell us a little bit about what you saw.
Yeah, you can tell that Emerson's pretty confident in their defense. Looks like they're playing man. Got confidence in those guys that are coverage, but I see some mismatches on the outside. I think they're doing a great job running the ball. Good first drive, get points on the board. That's always a great thing. Obviously, you want to score with touchdowns or finish with touchdowns, but good first drive, points on the board. I think they can come back, and I think the size difference on the outsides will be a great matchup tonight's game.
Yeah, this is one of those games, Mitch, as Austin just mentioned, that it's you want to get points. I mean, you do like scoring touchdowns, but this could be a 3-point game. Who knows? So Jackson Green to kick off.
Argyle usually has the better third phase in most of these games, right? And that field goal kind of a witness to that. Uh-oh.
Kelton Wafer muffs it at the 5, but picks it up, runs it straight back up the middle. Oh, he's got room. Breaks the tackle at 30. Couple of men to beat, cuts it out to the right. It's off to the races. He's down the sideline. He's inside the 20, gets a nice block, and he's going to take it to the house. A 95-yard kickoff return for the Emerson Mavericks, and they take the lead. And you just talked about the best, who's best in that third phase. And Right now, it's Emerson after that 95-yard kickoff return.
Well, yeah, and he made a huge mistake, right? He fielded the ball above his head and then dropped it. And, you know, sometimes when you have that extra second, that's what opens those holes, and apparently it did that time.
'83 John Pacheco out for the PAT. He has not missed one this year. 46 out of 46 on PATs for Pacheco. Out of the hold of Blake Hardiman. Jackson Canada is the deep snapper. Snaps low. PAT, though, is on its way, and it is good.
Good grief.
8:42 to play first quarter. Emerson takes the lead. They lead to Argyle 7-3. Back after this on Argyle Eagles Booster Club broadcasting.
Introducing 308 Construction and Solutions Group.
Argyle hasn't trailed since September 13th. When they trailed Mansfield Summit in the fourth quarter. Here's a squib kick. Got to be fielded by one of the up men. That's Nate Bruce. He's bringing it straight back up the middle of the field. Now spins it out to the left. Tried to break a tackle, gets tripped up. Decent field position, though, for Argyle here. They'll be at the 34-yard line to start this drive with 8:35 to play in quarter number one. And, well, we had a kickoff return, but Argyle had a drive before that. How about a drive summary, Mitchie Pooh?
Yeah, from Lorena Moore at Monument Realty. So Argyle, that first possession, 9 plays, 58 yards, and 3:03 off the clock, right? Pretty good numbers there, and really one of the longer drives for Argyle, but it culminated in only 3 points on the 33-yard field goal.
Argyle offense comes back out. 1st and 10 from their own 33. Braden Bott goes in motion from right to left. Ball on the left hash. It's going to be a reverse. Watson Bell trying to outrun and get the corner. He's got the 35. Stutter steps at the 40. He's run out of bounds at the 44-yard line by Elijah White. 11-yard pickup and a first down for Argyle.
Yeah, and he had a huge mismatch on that number 20. That guy's a giant. Who's that? Linebacker.
You know, I got to go from glasses
Jackson Canada.
This
6'3", 201.
Bell running left. Excuse me, Chase Bagley. Only going to have a yard, but Agape Lawrence makes the stop at the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Chase Bagley getting in the game early.
Yeah, you know, he missed several weeks and then came back for 1 week and then was re-injured and has missed a couple of more weeks. 2nd down and 9 here for the Eagles. Will Krzyzak goes in motion from right to left. Far side to near side. And play action to Bagley. Under some pressure, gas person. He throws complete to Braden Bott. Tries to dive over a man at midfield. And he's going to be brought down by Elijah White. He does get into Emerson territory at the 47-yard line. An 8-yard gain leaves 3rd and a yard for the Eagle offense.
Yeah, he was pressured by the defensive end, that Parker Reese, and kind of pushed him a little bit deeper, I think, than he wanted to be. Gasperson on the pass.
Bagley gets the handoff, running left. He's got some room. He's on a run blitz, and he beats it out to the left side. He's going to have a first down. He's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line, a 10-yard pickup before he's run out of bounds by Christian Lyons, number 9. And Argyle marching down the field again. They're at the 37 of Frisco Emerson. Bagley's got it again. Looking for some running room. Positive yardage inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. It's going to be about a 3-yard pickup that time for Chase Bagley. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
We don't think there's a medical reason that Watson Bell's not in there, do we?
I don't know. I was looking for him down here on the sidelines. We've got, oh, man, what's going on? There's got to be a flag there, doesn't there?
You can't take your helmet off, can you?
And he just slammed it on the ground. That's what I'm talking about. That is number 4, Tyson Cannon. The whistle blows. He takes his helmet off, and he slammed it on the ground.
Huh.
So 2nd down and 7. Play 6 of the drive. Play action to Bagley. Gasperson going to throw it. He's going deep over the middle. He's got a man there. It's caught into the end zone. Julian Caldwell. 34-yard touchdown pass from McGuire Gasperson to Julian Caldwell. All aboard. 6 on the board for the Eagles.
And Caldwell only had about 2 steps on him, but that was enough, right? And he got behind him running that post route, and Gasperson put it right on him, man. Great throw and catch.
And that was Caden Reyes. He's actually defending. He was the one that came in for Tyson Cannon, who had to leave with the equipment malfunction. PAT on the way. It is good. 6:44 to play in the first quarter. Our new score, Argyle 10, Frisco Emerson 7. Back after this from JB Warranties.
JB Warranties, one of 8,500's fast.
Let's check in down on the sideline with Austin Awney real quick. Austin, Argyle, 34-yard touchdown pass, and they picked on the guy that had just come into the game. You think Argyle made a change of play there? Did McGuire choose maybe to pick on the new guy?
You know, it was a great call by Argyle. You know, seeing that mismatch there, put a great ball on the post route, great throw, great execution. Offensive line's doing a great job moving the ball too. You can kind of tell Emerson's defensive line kind of get their hands on their hips, so they need to keep dominating the line of scrimmage and keep scoring points. They're doing great right now.
Squib kick this time by Anthony Ruvalcaba, and Argyle all over that one. Looked like Thomas Irwin made the stop for Argyle, lights him up right at the 30-yard line. That's where Emerson will have it for their first actual offensive drive. And we'll see quarterback DJ Shelton for the first time, the senior. Cameron Lockhart, the running back, he'll stand to the left of DJ Shelton. 3 receivers come left for the Mavericks. 1 out to the right, ball on the right hash, snap over his head. And Cameron Lockhart will have to go back and dive on it all the way back at the 17-yard line. So a big loss there of 13.
Wow, we had some major pushing and shoving right there too. Number 7 for them got really angry about something.
Jason Williams, that's their slot guy. Loss of 14 on that play. 2nd down and 24 for the Mavericks. 2 receivers to either side. And play action. Shelton going to throw. He's got a man wide open, and it's incomplete. Kelton Wafer couldn't hold on to it. Malik Bracey had given him tons of room, and there's lots of jawing going on over there. And the ball right in and out of the hands of Kelton Wafer, and it's 3rd down and 24.
Yeah, it's too bad Clark in here. He loves a good chippy game, doesn't he?
Yeah, and it's going to be chippy. We can tell already. Yeah. 3 receivers come left, 1 right. We'll see what Coach Kendall Miller, offensive coordinator Corey Brunson want to dial up here on 3rd and 24. Shelton going to throw. He's going to try to throw the bubble screen. It's complete to Wafer, and he's the one that ran the 95-yard touchdown. A nice gain here, but Garrett Westrom brings him down. He'll get back to the 28-yard line, still short of the original line of scrimmage. 12-yard gain. It'll be 4th down and 12 in a punting situation for the Mavericks.
Yeah, he's pretty elusive, right? He was slipping around there. I got kind of nervous for a second because he can shake some tackles.
Nate Bruce, who had broke a wrist earlier in the season, or broke something in his arm and been in a cast, so he hasn't been able to return punts or hold, and he's back out there to return punts now. Nice spiral kick here. Fair catch is made by Nate Bruce at the 37-yard line. 34-yard punt, no return for Nate Bruce. And let's talk about who's bringing us your first quarter tonight. Our good friends over at the Cycle Center of Denton. And Corinne Martin, all the gang over there. Jill and Josh Pizzuto at Northlake Papa John's. Glass and mirror specialists, thanks to Noble Classic Homes. Sherry Brunson at Cinch Cleaners, thanks to Susan Randall at Argyle Dental. Dr. Rex Road at Argyle Family Chiropractic. All our good friends over at the Argyle Chick-fil-A on the northwest corner, 407 and 35W. Thanks to Rich McDowell with Synergy One Lending. Dr. David Dyer at Argyle Orthodontics. Go Vision. Sonic of Argyle and Alpha Women's Wellness. Pass is complete out to Braden Bach, the tight end. Again, Argyle must have seen something on film. They thought they could get it to the tight end. It's the third time they've gone to Braden, but only a yard gain here. It's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, strong play action right there. They didn't really bite on it. I thought anytime you see Watson Bell go near the ball, you'd think they'd all be crashing to it. They did a good job staying at home.
Will Krisiak comes in motion from left to right. Gasperson wants to throw. He's going to throw to Bell out of the backfield. He's got it. He's got some room down the sideline. 45.
Whoa. Yeah.
First collar tackle. Flag comes down. He's out of bounds at the 48-yard line. He's going to pick up 10 and have a first down there. They're going to tack on 15 to it with a horse collar tackle.
Yeah, and old number 20 right there, he's going to have nightmares tonight when he gets home. He's been chasing Watson Bell all over the field already.
Jackson Canada. We've called his name for 3 years. He's a 3-year starter, as a lot of these Emerson Mavericks are. We mentioned that, how they're a new program, only a few years old. So a lot of these guys were sophomores and even freshmen starting on varsity a few years back.
A quick drive summary before we get going. Ty and Jennifer Homeyer, the design house, that last Argyle drive. 6 plays, 67 yards, a minute 58.
Gasperson wanting to throw. He throws right over the middle. Ball complete. Will Krisiak, his first catch of the game. He's going to pick up 9, close to 10. They're going to say it is 10 and a first down at the 26.
And he got it out just in time. It looked like the pocket was kind of collapsing on him. They're giving him some time to throw, and he's taking advantage of it. That time it got pretty close.
Back-to-back 10-yard passes. Back-to-back first downs. Here's Watson Bell getting the handoff. He's cut inside. Nate Leal, linebacker, makes the stop after only a couple of yards to the 24-yard line. Argyle offensive line doing a great job of pass protecting. 2nd down and 8. Oh, we've got a timeout, I believe. Yep, Frisco Emerson wants a timeout. We'll take it as well. 3:56 to play in quarter number 1. Argyle leading Emerson 10-7. Back after this from the Roofing Pro. Attention football fanatics, don't miss out on the opportunity to be a part of Texas football history, where dreams are realized, legends are born, and unforgettable moments unfold before your eyes. Mark your calendars for the UI All-State Football Championships, December 18th through 21st at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Best teams from 6-man to 6A leave it all on the field in the hopes of being named champion. For the latest updates and ticket information, head over to uiltexas.org/football. Again, that's uiltexas.org/football. Second down and 8. Argyle from the Emerson 24-yard line. Gasperson wanting to throw. He's going deep on right side. Looking for Caldwell. He's got it. Drags his feet to the back of the end zone. Perfect pass. Great catch. 24-yard touchdown pass. Gasperson to Caldwell. Once again, all aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
And wow, what a throw, right? He was running out of real estate in the end zone, and Gasperson just dropped it right over the defender, right into his hands. Man, that was a great play by both of them.
Extra point by Anthony Ruvalcaba is good. 3:50 to play in the first quarter. Our score now, Argyle 17, Frisco Emerson 7 on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting. Let's head down to the sideline, talk a little bit of Austin Ani. And Austin mentioned in our ear about maybe going to the other side. I don't think they went to the other side, but they did work on a different cornerback.
Yep.
Austin, what's the offense doing well?
They're running the ball great. The offensive line's doing a great job run blocking, great job pass blocking. Gasperson with a great throw. As I mentioned earlier, there's a little bit of wind. It's calmed down, but that's not affected him at all. That was a perfect throw. Dropped it in the bucket, back at the end zone, and then a great catch by Caldwell. So, touchdowns, 2 touchdowns for both of them, and then that's a great drive. Points on the board.
And we're getting some guys back. That's what's great is Chase Bagley back for the first time in several weeks. Julian Caldwell's missed a lot of action this season. Good to have him back out there. And we all know about Julian Caldwell. He's got offers from Ole Miss, Arkansas, UNT, of course, the best in the biz, right? The Baylor Bears. So,
what biz?
Well, yeah, I'm not really sure which biz. But maybe some basketball biz. Here's another squib kick. And it's going to be brought back to about the 38-yard line or so. Whole gaggle of Argyle defenders in there to make the stop. And they're going to mark him out the 38-yard line. That's where Emerson will have it. 1st and 10 with 3:45. And how about a drive summary, Mitchie Pooh?
Let's go with it. CR Plumbing bringing us this one. 5 plays, 62 yards. A minute 25 off the clock, and then just a great throw and catch, 24-yard touchdown to put 7 more on the board.
DJ Shelton will hand it off to Cameron Lockhart. He's trying to bounce it outside, breaks 1 tackle. He cannot turn the corner. Landon Howell coming up from his cornerback spot, goes down low and takes down the big burly back, Cameron Lockhart. 2-yard pickup. Actually, the original line of scrimmage was the 36. Now they're at the 38. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
I feel like we hadn't even seen their offense. It seems like all we've been watching is the Argyle offense.
Well, their first offensive play was snapped over the head for a loss of 14, so that kind of got them backed up. Play 5 so far for Emerson. Argyle has ran 20 plays offensively. 2 receivers to either side. Shelton, play action, wants to throw right over the middle. He's got a man wide open, but he missed him. Threw it behind him just a little bit. That was intended for Caden Camps, one of the slot receivers, and just a poor throw there.
Yeah, he had him. He just threw it behind him, too far behind him, couldn't even get on it.
Brings up 3rd down and 8. Big play here for the Black Swarm defense.
Hadn't seen QB keeper yet.
No, and he will pull it down and run it. He's rushed for
Bomar's going to have to spy him right here.
365 yards. Now he's looking to throw. He's under pressure. Gets away from Trotter. Now he's running out to the right. Max Bland giving chase, and he throws it away. Nice pressure by the Argyle defensive front. Xavier Trotter was the first one there. And DJ Shelton takes off like Mitch talked about, and I think he thought he had some room. And Max Bland showing some speed I hadn't seen from him much as he took off and not going to let him get the corner over there.
And that's where Max is so good, right? Is when you get that quarterback flushed out and he can use his speed to get out there. And that was a good example of it right there.
Another punting situation here for Emerson. Peter Coetzee back in punt formation. Back-to-back 3 outs. 3 and outs for the Mavericks. Good snap. Punts away. Knuckleball. It's high. Fair catch is signaled and made by Nathaniel Bruce. Another 34-yard punt by Coetzee. No return. And Argyle will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line to begin this drive.
So Argyle rushed that first punt pretty hard, and then that time they really didn't. They kind of just looked at him, made sure he wasn't going anywhere, and he didn't really kick it any further.
They had a little more of a return on, it seemed like. Hey, Cycle Center of Denton wants to take care of you. They're located up near 35E on 377. We love those guys up at Cycle Center. If you need you a side-by-side, any type of ATV, work vehicle, or whatever, go up to see our friends at Cycle Center of Denton. They provide the coaching staff equipment at Argyle High School, all their gators and whatnot. So go see our good friends up at Cycle Center of Denton. Carlos and the gang up there. Braden Bach, his 4th catch of the game. He's run out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Boy, Andy was right in his little opening, wasn't he? Might see a lot of Braden Bach tonight.
Yeah. Bach missed a few games. He was back last week, but he missed a few games with an injury. Here's Watson Bell, nowhere to go. Agape Lawrence. He got a block number 11. Matter of fact, he's going to lose a couple of yards back to the 34-yard line.
Looked like something went wrong with that handoff, did it? I mean, it didn't look super smooth. I don't know what it was.
3rd down and 4 for the Eagles. 2 receivers go left, 1 right. Ball at their own 34-yard line. Argyle will check to the sideline for the play call. Clock running with 1:56 to play in the first quarter. Argyle leads Emerson 17-7 in this by-district matchup. Play action. Good protection. Throw is knocked away. Christian Lyons, the cornerback, and there's the late flag. He was on his back. Hard to tell from here. Everybody heard Mitch going, ooh.
Well, did it look like it was? I thought he was early.
I thought he was too, but it's kind of hard to tell. Let's go down to Austin and see what he saw. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, they're loading the box on 3rd and short. Putting one-on-one on the outside is a good route by Krzyzak. I think that the defender got their hair early, and the back judge threw the flag.
Coach Kendall Miller does not like it.
Yeah, they got a bunch of yards and penalties so far, that's for sure.
That's a spot foul. 5th penalty already for Emerson. 66 yards. They've all been big penalties, although that one was only 6-yard penalty. 1st and 10 at the 40 now for Argyle.
6, but automatic 1st down too, right?
2 receivers left, 1 right. Bach behind his left tackle. It's going to be a handoff to Watson Bell, trying to find some running room. He's got a little hole on the right side. Once again, Agape Lawrence and number 4, Tyson Cannon, combined to make the stop. 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, he was hiding behind those linemen, trying to keep out of sight, and they just found him eventually.
Play action to Bell this time. Argyle going deep down the middle. It's got to be a hold.
Yeah, they called it.
Yeah, there's a flag. Okay, yeah, they got that one. I thought maybe just for a second you might get the head coach over there was complaining about one that might have been iffy, so we're not going to throw this one, but they did.
Yeah, so I do know from my officiating experience, it gets really hard when they're committing fouls on every single play, right? Because you're like, man, I hate to call another one,
yes,
right?
Oh, absolutely.
So it almost works to their advantage just to keep doing it, because eventually they're not going to call one, right? Because they don't want to. And that was a really tough one because the official that called it was standing right there on the Emerson sideline.
So another automatic 1st down for Argyle inside Emerson territory at the 49-yard line. Minute 21 to play in the first quarter. Argyle leading 17-7. A full house tonight at Eagle Stadium. Even over there on the visitor side, Emerson, a lot of fans. Here's the handoff, Watson Bell. Does that little jump step to his left, and Nate Leal makes the stop after about a 3-yard gain to the 46-yard line. Not finding a whole lot of running room is the Argyle running backs so far tonight.
Now they've kind of made some kind of adjustments or
Argyle 8 for 30 running the football. This one's going to be Gasperson keeping it on the read option, and somebody read that well. That is number 4, Tyson Cannon, coming up from his safety spot. A 1-yard gain to the 45-yard line leads a 3rd down and 6 for the Eagles. Third down and 6. Snap back to McGuire Gasperson, looking to throw. Under pressure, and it's knocked down. Coming in was Nate Leal, the backer, and they were trying to throw to Will Krzyzak. And Nate Leal in on the blitz and just jumped up in the air and knocked that one away, and Argyle will have to punt for the first time.
Yeah, that was an example of a pretty good sized guy rushing in and getting up in the air in front of a quarterback that's not super tall also.
Nate Bruce back in punt formation, standing at his own 41-yard line. Christian Lyon stands back to field the punt at his own 15. Snap back, just getting it away is Nate Bruce. Left-footed punt, hits at the 20. Takes an Argyle bounce and hits one of them on the leg. And they're going to mark it dead. It looked like it.
Boy, that may have cost him like 10 yards.
It hit Bentley Metis, number 23 maybe. 31-yard punt, no return. It'll be Emerson football at their own 15-yard line with 9 seconds to play here in the first quarter. So the Mavericks will probably get one play before we go to break here after quarter number 1.
That was kind of a close shave getting that punt off, too.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
And some of it is nobody's ever really rushed our punters very hard.
Shelton going to keep it himself on the read option. Oh, he's tripped up. Man, hard hit.
Yeah.
I believe that was, let's see, Garrett Westrom coming up to make the stop.
I think he got a little high load on that too, didn't he?
And that's going to do it for quarter number 1. We're through 1 here at Eagle Stadium. By-district round of the playoffs. Argyle leads Frisco Emerson after 1, 17-7 on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting. The official spirit wear provider for Argyle Athletics. See, look, Mitch, I'm wearing my Argyle playoff shirt from A-Town Apparel. How about that? If you're a true Argyle fan, shop with A-Town Apparel, knowing your money's not only supporting a local business, but also Argyle ISD. If you can't find it at the game, talk to the A-Town gang or check online at atownapparel.com. Second down and 9, we flip ends. Frisco Emerson now moving to left, from left to right in their white jerseys, Carolina blue pants, blue numerals, blue helmets. Shelton keeps it on the option, and he is dropped this time by Max Bland and Grayson Peschel. And it'll be another third and long, 3rd down and 7 for the Mavericks.
Yeah, and that was a good play fake. Argyle did a great job not biting on it, because I did. I thought they'd handed it off.
Keep an eye on Brody Bomar a little bit tonight. He was pretty sick earlier in the week, missed a couple days of school.
I saw him the other night, and he's got the blonde hair. Austin, was that the greatest day of your life when you first got to bleach your hair blonde for a playoff game?
So that tradition didn't start till after I left, so I never took part in that. It's always a good thing to see that.
Probably happy about that. 3rd down and 7. Shelton under pressure. He's going to be slung down. It's Honk. Hank Woodard with the sack. All the way back at the 3-yard line. That's because he had Chick-fil-A from Argyle.
That's it. Yeah.
Pregame meal.
A whole lot of it too. Yeah, then he got
all the way
blasted
back to the 3-yard line.
Was he not down? They didn't whistle anything because he got smoked after Honk let go. Little hanky-panky.
Another 3 and out for the Emerson Mavericks. And Coetzee will be punting from way back in his own end zone. Don't step back, 81, and he does not. Good snap, gets the punt away.
Ooh.
Oh, short kick, fielded at the 35-yard line by Bruce. Coming to his left, he's got room. 20, 15, 10, 5, tries to run over a man. He does get run out of bounds by one of the big offensive linemen, Damon Johnson, at the 3-yard line. That punt nets 0, and Argyle will have it 1st and goal at the Emerson. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 2 at the Emerson 2-yard line. 32-yard punt, 33-yard return, first and goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, and you could see that something was happening right then, right? As soon as he caught that ball, there was nobody in coverage, and he caught it with a couple of steps head of steam and just tried to get to that pylon, but he tried to run over the wrong guy, the 6-foot, 270-pound left guard.
And I think he's bigger than that.
Yeah, he was an immovable object right there.
He doesn't look... He looks like he's maybe more closer to 3 bills.
Uh-oh. Big man down there.
The Bulls are in as Argyle looks like they're going to go for 2. What am I talking about? They haven't scored a touchdown yet. We got the Bulls. I'm just preparing. I'm planning ahead. Oh, we've got some movement early, though. That might change the formation right there. And it will. Argyle took a timeout. All right, let's, Argyle got a timeout, 10:21 to play here in the second quarter. Argyle leading 17-7. Let's check in with Aaron Baker with a volleyball update.
This is Aaron Baker. I'm here in Clyde after another win by the Argyle volleyball team. We won 25-23. We were up early, 11-5. Things were looking good, and then we were playing well, but Lubbock Cooper was not going away. 2 of their hitters got hot, and we struggled to defend them. But we eventually tied at 19, then at 23, and we managed to squeak the win out 25-23 behind good passing by our defensive specialists and outside hitters. We had solid defense and a strong offense. Everyone was hitting well and hitting the shots and hitting the game plan. We also did a good job covering blocked balls and staying in system. I'll report back after this set.
All right, so Argyle up, I believe, 2-0 over the out there in Clyde. Argyle with the Bulls. Handoff. Nate Bruce leaps over a man into the end zone. Gotta give it to Nate after that punt return.
Yep.
2-yard touchdown run by Nathaniel Bruce. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
And that was the same play they called when they were calling timeout, because they were going to hand it to Bruce then also. I was kind of surprised to see him come back to it, but worked out really well.
Greg Moeller, the deep snapper. Nate Bruce to hold. Anthony Ruvalcaba to attempt the PAT. Another perfect snap from Greg Moeller. And the extra point is good. 10:20 to play in the second quarter. Our new score, Argyle 24, Frisco Emerson 7. We're back after this from North Lake, Papa John's. Wichita Falls Memorial and El Paso Chapin. Looks like it's going to be Memorial. That game started at 5 o'clock this evening. So that game in the fourth quarter now. And some of you might be saying, Wichita Falls Memorial, what is that? Yeah, if you didn't know.
What is that?
Wichita Falls took all their 3 high schools and combined them into 2. So there is no more Wichita Falls High, Ryder, or Hershey. There's now Wichita Falls Legacy and Wichita Falls Memorial. Here's a kickoff that will go out of bounds. I thought it was going to skim down the sidelines there for a little bit, and Argyle a lot of respect for Kelton Wafer after his 95-yard kickoff return. That's been the only score of the game for Emerson so far. Hey, Mitchie Poo, how about a drive summary?
Yes. This one is brought to us by Argyle United Methodist Church. One play, 2 yards, 3 seconds off the clock, and it was all set up by the 33-yard punt return by Nate Bruce. And you know, he didn't have many punt returns, right? You just don't get that many in high school. It seems like the ball's always kicked straight up in the air, or it rockets over your head or something like that. But he got that one and took off.
We need to give Austin. Austin needs to give a wave. Andy couldn't hear it. Austin had his headset on, had his headphones on down there, and Andy was sitting there talking about him over the PA. And everybody gave you a big round of applause, by the way. It wasn't crickets. It's like they actually knew who you were. First down and 10. And a keeper here for DJ Shelton. And he is going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Number 27, Grayson Peschel, comes up to make the stop. Loss of a yard back to the 29-yard line. And Mitch, you talked about that earlier. You said he hadn't pulled one out yet, and now Shelton's probably kept it 3 or 4 times, and Argyle doing a good job of reading that.
Yeah, he's having very little success with it, right? And so you just kind of wonder, Argyle, I'm sure, schemed for it, right? I'm sure they watched tons of film with him, keeping the ball, and they've done a really good job. Now, he's got 3 wide now, so let's see if he's in the passing. Nope.
They're going to toss it out to the right side to Lockhart. Oh, he's hammered by Brody Bomar. And now there's some extracurricular activity, but Bomar makes a stop. He does pick up about 4 yards, 5 yards to the 34-yard line, make it 3rd down and 6 here for the Mavericks.
And he was going, right? He had a full head of steam. That was a big-time collision right there.
Grayson Peschel gets a breather, and Thomas Irwin will check in. It's interception time, right? Thomas Irwin at linebacker, 3rd down and 6, play action. Irwin actually rushing the passer, and this pass is overthrown. On the coverage was Garrett Westrom. Jason Williams, the intended receiver. 4 straight 3-and-outs for Frisco Emerson. Another punting situation for them.
Yeah, and he had a couple steps right there. He just didn't put the ball on him. He had a great opportunity, just couldn't connect. I kind of hate to see Argyle's kind of getting baited into trash talking with these guys. I don't want them. They need to kind of tone it down just a little bit and let them do it all.
Good snap back to Coetzi. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Nathaniel Bruce bobbles it a little bit, hangs on to it though, breaks a tackle. Now he's coming back out here to the left. What a great move there by Nathaniel Bruce. He's got room. Cuts it inside of the 35. He can take it to the house. 62-yard punt return from Nathaniel Bruce. A late flag comes in. If it stands, 6 more on the board for the Eagles. And we say this a lot, Mitch, about plays, about a runner being dead to rights. And I literally thought Nathaniel was just down. I was about ready to just pitch it up over to you. And then all of a sudden he comes out of there, spins around, comes all the way back to the left side of the field.
Yeah, and like I said, he doesn't return many punts. But he's got 2 house calls tonight. I'm not really sure what happened there. He was in the end zone when they threw the flag. I mean, he was almost coming out of the end zone.
Yep, touchdown.
Okay, dead ball.
Personal foul on Argyle.
What did I just say before that play, too? They're getting baited into that talking smack, and they overreacted there.
That'll be enforced on the kickoff.
Is that the first penalty on Argyle?
Yes, first penalty on the Eagles. We talk about Greg Moeller a lot, but that job is important coming into tonight. 150 consecutive perfect snaps. He's had several tonight. Hope I didn't jinx him right there.
No, he's good. He's money.
Perfect snap. The hold, and the PAT is good.
They just roughed the holder.
Another flag down here. And the extra point is good. 8:32 to play in the second quarter. Our new score is Argyle 31, Frisco Emerson 7 on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting. Well, we've gone down to Austin to talk about the offense, being a former quarterback, but he knows a little bit about defense as well. 4 3-and-outs in a row, Austin, for Frisco Emerson. Talk about the Argyle defense.
Yeah, they're doing a great job containing Emerson's offense, putting them in third and longs. It's never a good sign for the offense, and so you can kind of tell body language from Emerson is a little flat, a little bit frustrated as they're going off the sideline. So defense needs to keep it up. They're doing a great job, and then special teams right there. Special teams just stepped it up really big time after that opening kickoff. So great job them, not stepping up and making great plays.
Austin, you're right. It almost looked like on that punt return, and was I mistaken? You're right down there by it. It almost looked like a couple of those guys just gave up on Nathaniel Bruce.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm talking about. That body language, that frustration, and then that gets to a team. And once you got them down, you got to keep your foot on their throat. And then by halftime, this game might be over.
Well, 2 of them that gave up weighed 300 pounds.
Yeah, I think
it was a business decision.
Right, they gave up, and they couldn't really move anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Where they were.
I can't touch this guy, so there's no sense in wasting.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. What are we going to do with the roughing the holder?
I don't know. Did they wave it off or something?
I guess.
Yeah, Coach Rogers was discussing that with the official, but no, they did not mark off the penalty against Frisco Emerson. So Argyle and Jackson Green will kick off back at his own 25-yard line.
I'm going to try and kick it deep. I'm going to try and go over their head.
They're up so far that, I think Jackson Green could kick it over their head if he wants to. He's got the bigger leg of the two between him and Anthony Rubalcaba. And that kickoff is going to be
over their head.
Over end and over their head. Wafer going to have to go back. He's got to pick it up, and he does at the 10-yard line. He's got a 95-yard return, but not this time. Thomas Irwin is going to wrap him up at the 20-yard line. He keeps his feet, but there's the whistle. Now he finally goes down. And Emerson will have it at their own 20-yard line. Great kickoff there by Jackson Green. And you did talk about that, right? The special teams battle and who could win that third phase. And it was Emerson for one play, but Argyle's fared well in that phase since then.
Yeah, it looked bad at the start, right? But yeah, Argyle's come on really strong, and it's just right now Argyle's got it clicking. They just got to keep it going.
31-7, Eagles lead. 8:22 to play second quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back to DJ Shelton. He hands off to Cameron Lockhart. He's trying to get the corner over there, and he's going to get it down the sidelines. And see where they mark him out of bounds over there. At about the 28-yard line, an 8-yard gain for Lockhart. I believe that might be his longest gain of the game so far. So second down and 2 now for the Mavericks. Mavericks still looking for their first down offensively. They got a chance here. Second down, 2 receivers right, 1 left, ball on the left hash. Tight end goes in motion from left to right, and it's going to be Lockhart once again. He's looking for running room over there, and he's not going to have anything. He's going to lose a couple of yards. Looked like Honk Woodard again. Oh, no, Grayson Peschel, 27. Not 97, 27. Tanner Kane in there to help again. Uh-oh, Honk Woodard a little shaken up as he's coming off the field. I don't like to see that.
No.
Three-yard loss, third down and 5 for the Mavericks. Tight end goes in motion again from left to right. Now the Mavericks will look to the sideline for the play call.
Nobody's out wide. Who we got on the guy out here?
There we go. Malik Bracey's out here. Third down and 5, play action. Going deep down the left side. Step for step. Oh, and there's lots of contact. Yeah, they're going to throw one eventually.
Of course they are.
That's going to be on Luke Lane. Their first down is going to be on a penalty. And there was definitely a lot of contact, but it was going both ways. But after 3 or 4 calls on Emerson, you knew they were going to throw one against Argyle if there was any contact at all.
Yeah, and, they have really good numbers throwing the ball on the season, right? They only had like 4 picks they've thrown or something. Yep. But he's off tonight. That wasn't even going to be a completion if we hadn't interfered with him, because that ball was 5 yards past everybody.
15-yard penalty takes them to the 40-yard line.
Pressing too hard, I guess, trying to get that completion.
So first down and 10 from the 40 here for the Mavericks. 2 receivers come out to the right, 1 left. Tight end goes in motion from right to left. It's going to be read option. Shelton's going to keep it. He's running left. Nowhere to go. Mike falls forward for a yard. Let's see who's getting to the bottom of the pile. Looks like Max Bland. Oh, no, yeah, it's Xavier Sanchez. Number 4 gets up off the bottom of the pile. He's a little slow to get up.
Yeah, but man, he came in hard too. I mean, if he got him right at the line of scrimmage, right? You got one of your safeties coming in that far.
Xavier Sanchez, our senior player spotlight this week. You'll hear from him at halftime. Hopefully you listen each week to the Eagles Nest podcast that Blake Jones put together. Comes out every Tuesday. And it's a good one, so make sure and catch that each and every Tuesday. Shelton, he's got time to throw. Now he's going to run. Flag down. Might be a hold because he had plenty of time. 2 flags come down back near the line of scrimmage. He slides down at the 45-yard line. Will be a 4-yard gain. We'll see what the call is. Holding against the offense. That'll back him up 10 and check in with Austin once again. Austin, we folks don't know, we can hear Austin talking in our ear, just like we can Clark, but we tell him to be quiet. But
yeah, Austin's got good stuff.
But Austin, you've been talking about it some. Is this Emerson offense pressing a little bit?
Yeah, they're pressing a little bit. You know, as a quarterback, you want short, easy throws to start. I just don't think their quarterback's gotten in a rhythm. I feel like they're running the ball or they're trying to throw it deep. They don't have an intermediate or a short passing game, and so that's hard as a quarterback. You want to get in the rhythm. You want to have completions, get your confidence up.
Second down and 19.
Oh,
Shelton
my
looking to throw. And he throws it. There's a flag in the backfield. Cameron Lockhart makes the catch at the 30. He's going to be run out of bounds by Malik Bracey at the 37-yard line, but we're going to have another hold against Frisco Emerson.
Wait a minute. We're going to decline. Yeah, I think Coach Rogers just doesn't want to give them the opportunity to make a big play or a PI or something like that by giving them that extra play.
Yeah, so Argyle declines. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. So it ends up being a 6-yard gain on the pass to Cameron Lockhart. 6:16 to play second quarter. Argyle leading 31-7. Check with me for the Mavericks. We'll look over to the sideline, get the play call from offensive coordinator Corey Brunson.
Yeah, pressure is going to be key right here, right? Argyle's got to pressure him because he's throwing.
Argyle fans on their feet, under pressure. Throw is complete. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Kelton Wafer. He would have had the first down. He had a nice comeback route by number 14. And a really good throw, actually, from DJ Shelton. Hit him right in the breadbasket, and Wafer can't hang on to it, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, he's kind of coming back to the ball, too, right? And he made a smart move and ran his route past the first down marker and was coming back and still passed it and just couldn't hang on.
So still no first downs made offensively. They did get one with a penalty.
Let's see if they try some kind of directional kick here or something.
Coatsy, knuckleball kick. Coming in to fill that. Oh, he muffs it. And Emerson gets the football. 22-yard punt, and Nathaniel Bruce was coming in hard. It hits him right in the stomach. He can't hang on to it, and Frisco Emerson will have the football at the Argyle 40-yard line.
Yeah, and he's feeling it, right? That's why he wanted to catch that one on the run and make it up that sideline. And I imagine his eyes were going from the ball to the guy that was right in front of him to the ball to the guy right in front of him, and just couldn't squeeze it.
Best starting field position by 23 yards here for the Emerson Mavericks. 6:01 to play, and first time they've even been in Argyle territory.
Personal foul
against Argyle.
Huh.
So best starting field position by 38 yards is now we're going to have 15 more tacked onto this.
I think they said he shoved somebody down, like maybe on the pile or whatever. Yeah, you can't.
Somebody might have got body slammed after the play.
You just can't get caught up in all that stuff, especially when you're up so big.
So the football will be spotted at the 25-yard line, I guess. We don't have a ball out there. Yeah, that's where they're going to, 26 maybe. We need a ball, coach. We need a ball. There we go. Now we're ready to go to play, so ball right at the 26-yard line for the Mavericks.
Austin, you throw to the end zone right here, first play?
Yeah, sudden change. That's great. That's a great idea. It looks like might have good matchups.
Lockhart goes in motion out of the backfield. Instead, they're going to throw the bubble screen to Kelton Wafer, and he's hit immediately by Max Bland. Nowhere to go. There's more extracurricular activity going on down inside the 20-yard line. But he is stopped for a 2-yard loss. Yeah, it's got to be. There's a flag on somebody. 2-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. Just physical play by both teams for sure, but it does seem like Jason Williams for Emerson, number 7, has been involved in all the extracurricular stuff.
Well, 11 was there too. It was 2-on-1. That's why I thought they'd call something.
2nd down, 12. From the 28, Lockhart to the right of his quarterback, DJ Shelton. Ball on the right hash. Tight end goes in motion from right to left, and now there is a timeout called by Frisco Emerson. We'll take one as well. 5:05 to play before the half. Our scores: Argyle 31, Emerson 7. Back in a moment on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting. Of 308 Construction, JB Warranties, Diego Estrada at the Roofing Pro, The Door Church. Thanks to our friends down at Point Bank on 377. Core Culture Studio. Thanks to Dave and Kathy Salisbury, longtime sponsors at the real estate station. Amy Cook and Michelle Sanchez with the Legacy Group. Fairway Independent Mortgage. Thanks to Orthopedic Associates of Flower Mound. Britt Bowen, attorney at law. Alex Payne with Axis Realty. Daryl Hawk at Post Oak Realty. And the Barrel in Bartonville. 2nd down and 12, play action. Going deep on the left side. Only person got a shot at it is Landon Howell for Argyle, as DJ Shelton just overthrew everybody, and it will be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, he just kind of threw that on a hope and a prayer, I think. I don't know if the receiver ran the wrong route, ran it in. They wanted him to run the out, but there was nobody there. In fact, I thought we had a chance to pick it, but he threw it too bad for that.
Oh for 5 on 3rd down are the Emerson Mavericks. Williams goes in motion from right to left. So 3 receivers now on the left side. Shelton looking to throw, looking to his left, throwing to his left. Incomplete. Thought we might have a flag. I thought Sanchez might have got there a little early, but he did not. Ball was well overthrown, and maybe that's what they were looking at, is how the ball was uncatchable, and it's going to be 4th down and 12, and they're kind of in no man's land. Probably going to go for it here.
That and they're down a ton.
Yeah, that's true. That's important too. Down 24, 31-7. Fourth down and 12. Mavericks taking their time here. Clock stop, 4:55. 3 receivers go out left, 1 right. Ball on the right hash. Snap back to Shelton. He's looking right. He's still looking right. Now he steps up in the pocket, throws. He's got a man wide open to the 10. That's Jason Williams. Their first down. He's going to have it all the way down to the 2-yard line. 26-yard gain, 1st and goal inside the Rustico red zone for the Emerson Mavericks.
And that's where that mobile quarterback can hurt you if you're a defense, right? You're not sure if he's going to keep it and run or if he's going to throw it. And you come up and he throws it, and that's what he did. He did a good job of you know, kind of keeping his poise and looking downfield for somebody open.
Emerson comes to the line of scrimmage. 1st down and goal from the Argyle 2. Lockhart to the left of Shelton. Snaps back. It's going to be a handoff to Lockhart. Fighting his way toward the end zone and pushing his way. He looks like he's going to be just short. Nathaniel Bruce. Credit him with the stop, and several other members of the Black Swarm defense. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from inside the 1.
Yeah, and I thought they had him a little bit in the backfield, but he just kept pushing. Probably see about the same thing right here. They don't have the...
Either that or Shelton might keep it himself.
Yeah, they don't have the oversized offensive line, right? I mean, in fact, they're really kind of undersized for a team that's done so well on the season, but they're going to rely on him right here.
Nick Clark is checked in at running back, and he will get the carry straight ahead. Nowhere to go. They're trying to shove him ahead, and he's not going to get in. Maybe a loss of a half yard or so.
I just think they hold that whistle too long on those plays, right? I mean, eventually, more guys are going to get there and start pushing.
Credit Max Bland with the stop, and it is all the way back at the 1 now. It was inside the 1, now right on the 1. 3rd down and goal here for the Mavericks. Argyle defense trying to stand tough. Nick Clark still the running back to the right of Shelton. And Shelton's going to keep it himself.
Yeah, even
and
less.
He's not going to get there. Garrett Westrom. Brody Bomar. Loss of a couple. Back to the 3-yard line. It's going to be 4th down.
There's no way they kick this, right?
Well, they're not going to kick it. The field goal team for Emerson over there on the sidelines is running down there thinking that Coach might put them in, but they're not. It's 4th down and goal. The student section is down in the end zone where the band usually sits. Band is at their national competition in Indianapolis this weekend. So the student section down there making noise. 4th down and goal from the 3. Shelton from the shotgun. He's going to pitch it out to Nick Clark. Nice play call there by Corey Brunson. And Nick Clark able to walk into the end zone for the Frisco Emerson touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run for the senior running back, Nick Clark.
Yeah, and that was just a great play call by them. He had really nobody out there and wouldn't even touch until he's 5 yards deep in the end zone. So they did a good job of looking at what Argyle had and exploiting it and got their touchdown.
Jonathan Pacheco in for the PAT. 47 out of 47 on the year, and he is 48 out of 48. 2:10 to play in the 2nd quarter. Our new score, Argyle 31, Frisco Emerson 14. Back after this from our good friends at the Design House. Boulevard North. Dr. Randall's been practicing in Argyle for over 20 years. Expect the comfort you deserve and care you can trust at Argyle Dental Associates. Get more info at SusanRandallDDS.com. So a little bit of change in momentum here, and so we'll check down with sideline guy tonight, Austin Arney, former Argyle great, former member of the New York Yankees organization, former UNT great, all sorts of good stuff. I like all of it except that Yankees part, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Hey, Austin, what Argyle, you muff a punt, you fumble the football. Yeah. How big would the defensive stand be right here?
This is a huge stop for the defense. You know, you don't want to give up the momentum going into the half, especially with them getting the ball to start the half. So big stop here. Let's see if they can lock it up here. I don't know. It could be 4-down territory. We'll see how it goes.
3rd down and goal from the 7. Mavericks have the ball on the far left hash. Shelton's got it. He's going to roll to his right. He's looking to throw. He's got a man over there. It's incomplete. He dropped it again. That's Kelton Wafer again, I believe, who dropped another one. That's his 3rd drop of the game. And he's probably in for the touchdown if he catches it. Malik Bracey on the coverage. And it is 4th down and goal from the 7.
Yeah, no, they could kick the field goal and just be down 2 scores, right?
Well, the thing is, they got time to think about it. They have a timeout left.
Hard count.
4th down and goal at the 7. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back to Shelton. Play action. Looking to throw his head as he throws, but it's still caught.
No.
Did he get in? No, ball's on the ground. Incomplete pass. They call it an incomplete pass. Argyle stops. They really had, I'm not sure they've called anything. They're looking, it looked like the receiver caught the ball and then he tried to stretch it across the goal line. They're going to call it a touchdown.
What?
A touchdown for Frisco Emerson. Let's go down to Austin and check and see what he saw down there. Austin?
Yeah, I'm right on the goal line here. He did catch the ball. The ball crossed the goal line there. So, I agree with the call. Obviously, I'm rooting for Argyle, but that's a touchdown. That ball came out after the ball had crossed the goal line.
Well, and he was hit just as he threw, too. That's kind of surprising that he was able to complete that pass. I thought he was hit, and he kind of, bad snap. And it took him a little while to get it, but Jonathan Pacheco able to hit the PAT. So we've got us a new ball game here. 23 seconds to play before the half. Argyle's lead is down to 10, 31-21. Back after this on Argyle Eagles Booster Club broadcasting. Cinch Cleaners, now with 5 locations, is the official cleaners of Argyle Athletics. They can take care of these kids' uniforms. They can take care of whatever you've got. On top of the usual stuff, dry cleaning, alterations, bedding, and wedding care, Cinch Cleaners offers same-day service, including free pickup and delivery. Coach Rogers trusts them, and so can you at Cinch Cleaners. So Argyle was up 31-7. A couple of huge mistakes has made this a 10-point ball game, 31-21 now. As Pacheco to kick off for Emerson. Short end over end. It's going to be Jackson Green. Another fair catch over there at the 26-yard line. That's where Argyle will have it 1st and 10 with 23 seconds to play here before the half. And how about an Emerson drive summary there, Mitchie Poo?
Yeah, you got it. This one's brought to us by CTX Pool and Patio. So just 4-play, 10-yard, minute 31, then a 7-yard TD, but it was on 4th down. So far in the game, Emerson is 0 for 8 on 3rd downs and 3 for 3 on 4th downs, with both of their touchdowns, aside from the long kick return, came off of Argyle turnover. So that's where that got to keep that game clean, right? You're just handing them a short field and they're taking advantage.
See what Argyle has here in the store with 23 seconds to play. Gasperson wants to throw. He's going to roll to his left.
Run it.
He's looking. He's still looking. Gets a nice block. Going to turn it up and step out of bounds. He's going to get to the 40. We'll mark him out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Agape Lawrence runs him out of bounds. 16 seconds. First down for Argyle there at the 41.
Man, when he flushed that pocket, he saw nobody out there, and he just pulled the ball down and took off.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Now Krzyzak goes in motion from left to right. Gasperson going to roll to his right this time. Looking for more running room. Now looking for a receiver. Now he's going to turn it up, and he's going to be hit right there. I think if you're planning to do anything there, you got to throw it out of bounds, don't you? And yeah, he does not, and clock's just going to run out. I'm not sure.
I think that was a designed run.
And that's going to do it for the first half. And coming up at the half, the 407 Barbecue halftime show. I'll give you some out-of-town scores of some of the playoff action, including the one that we were watching earlier, Wichita Falls Memorial and El Paso Chapin. First, let's go down to Austin Awney, and he's got Coach Rogers.
Coach Rogers, thoughts on the first half?
Well, we had a half of very exciting football. All right, we were starting to take control of the game, and then we had a few miscues with a special team and a miscue with an offensive play, and gave them 2 easy scores. So we have to get back there and clean up a little bit, and I think we're going to be okay.
Perfect. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you.
All right, Argyle head coach Todd Rogers. This halftime visit with Coach Rogers brought to you by Cactus Canyon, giving you a taste of what it'll be like in the Argyle locker room at the half. Cactus Canyon, food as good as an Argyle victory, located right here in Argyle, Cactus Canyon. So we've got, we'll have some out-of-town scores. We've got our senior spotlight with Xavier Sanchez, Argyle safety. We've got the Argyle ISD Eagle update. All that coming up. Some stats and sounds from the first half and a check-in with the branded bowls, keys to victory for the second half. That's all coming up on our 407 Barbecue halftime show in just a moment. Argyle leads Frisco Emerson at the half, 31-21. Back with the 407 Barbecue halftime show next on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting.
CR Plumbing is a small family-owned
Brought to you by the Argyle Eagles Booster Club.
Argyle football is brought to you by our platinum sponsors, Cactus Canyon and Rustico Grill, Lori Jacobson with the Legacy Group, Park Place Lexus and Land Rover of Grapevine, YourNewDoor.com, and our title sponsor, Brian McClarty at 407 Barbecue. It's halftime, and the 407 Barbecue halftime show begins right now. Here's your host, Blake Jones.
31-21 is your score here at Eagle Stadium. Argyle on top of Frisco Emerson. Argyle the first place team out of their district. Emerson the fourth, but this is not your everyday first round playoff game. Anything but, as Emerson earned 4th place in quite the stacked district to our east. So stacked, in fact, that the Melissa Cardinals couldn't even scratch their way into the tournament. So, yeah, not your every year first-round playoff game, and it's been anything but. We've got quite the game here at Eagle Stadium as Argyle leads by 10. Plenty to get into here in this 407 barbecue halftime show, including the Argyle ISD Eagle Update, taking you around the school district, updating you on all the goings-on in the community. Rick Heron will bring that to you here coming up, as well as we'll catch you up on the first half of some of the stats and sounds, as well as catch you up on some of the other playoff games going on in the area. But right now, we're going to get you to what we call the Player Spotlight, where we sit with a member of the Argyle football team. It's always a senior. And this week we sat with one of the safeties, Xavier Sanchez. Caught up with him earlier this week. Had a really good conversation with him and excited to bring it to you. Here is senior safety Xavier Sanchez.
Cactus Canyon brings us this week's Players Spotlight, and this week we are seated with senior safety Xavier Sanchez. Hey Xavier, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. How's school?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah? Easy?
Easy senior year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Senior in or senior out?
Double out.
Okay.
Double senior out. Yep.
Very nice. So you catch a nap before you come back?
I do catch a nap.
Okay. I've heard some kids are hitting the golf simulator. Someone's got a golf simulator.
Oh, yeah. Grant Romero has the golf simulator.
Yeah?
I bet that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Not a golfer?
I am a golfer. When the season's over, I'll definitely be on the golf course.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that time will come. Any college plans right now?
I don't know yet if I'm going to play college football, but definitely going to college for sure.
Okay. So. Any idea of a major?
Computer science.
Okay. So like coding and stuff?
Yeah. And kind of like artificial intelligence. I want to like learn more about that and stuff like that.
Yeah. Seems kind of like a future-proof thing to get into. What drew you into that?
My dad's kind of like a big believer on artificial intelligence and like how that's going to really like take over the world. So yeah. I mean, that's the future. So
yeah.
Learn more about it.
Yeah, for sure. You have an Ole Miss hoodie on.
Both my brothers go to Ole Miss, and I was just there for the Ole Miss Georgia game.
Really?
Yep. Rushed the field and everything.
Did you really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where were you sitting?
I was sitting in the student section with my brothers.
Wow. How exciting.
It was a great game.
Okay, so you play the Colony here Friday night, and then you wake up early Saturday morning and drive there?
No, I played the Colony and then drove through the night. I went to bed, but my brother drove the whole way. So
that's awesome. And you get there that morning, tailgate, and go to the game, and get to rush the field. How cool is that?
It was an experience.
Yeah,
it was a good experience.
Makes you want to go to Ole Miss a little bit.
Yep. It's a great environment.
Yeah, for sure. Play football at Ole Miss. That'd be even better, right?
Yeah, that would.
All right, let's get into football, Argyle football. And it seems like the safety unit is pretty close. You know, whenever I'm observing practice, it seems like the three of you, Westrom, Bruce, and you, are a pretty tight group. You know, you guys hang out on the field and off the field as well?
Yes, sir. I mean, we are three returning starters. I mean, we've been playing together, so, I mean, it's kind of a team chemistry aspect of it.
Yeah. And you guys have played a lot of snaps together, too, right?
Definitely.
I mean, all of last year and even before then.
Yes, sir.
So, Coach Rogers said that you kind of came up playing offense. So when did you make that switch to defense?
Sophomore year, Coach Storm realized that I was a little more physical on the blocking aspect of being a receiver. So he told me he wanted me to move to safety. So, I mean, I caught it a little bit faster. So, yeah. No, but I like defense way better now. So,
okay. Yeah. No regrets.
No regrets.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like most about playing safety? Do you like playing the run, pass?
Kind of just like being able to just like move around the field and play football. I mean, it's kind of like the aspect of just like running around the field and going and making a play.
Yeah. You guys move a lot pre-snap. I've noticed. You know, the corners kind of stay the same. Linebackers will move a little bit, but when there's motion, like the three of you guys are moving a lot.
Yes, sir.
How much thought do you put into like what you wear for a game, like sweatbands and gloves and sleeves and all of that? Not much.
Not much. I mean, kind of. They tell me I'm kind of like a copy and paste type of person. I feel like it's kind of like the same thing, but not the same thing every week.
Okay.
So they tell me I wear the same stuff, but it's a little tweak and change every week. So,
but mostly the same.
Mostly the same.
Garrett Westrom told us that that's all he thinks about during class. It's like what kind What kind of swag?
Of course he did. Of course he did.
So we got Frisco Emerson this week. Playoff start this year. Start this week. What do you remember about the Emerson game last year?
I remember it just being a crazy experience. I mean, to the last snap, it was. I mean, that quarterback was a good quarterback too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great win, especially on homecoming night.
For sure.
It was a great experience.
Yeah, so I just, up in the press box, we're pretty removed from the game, but, he's coming in, he's going to Oklahoma. They got a really good offense. They're undefeated. It's a big game at Eagle Stadium. And then, it comes right down to it. And I can't remember who told us it, but like that last pass, it just felt like it just went so high in the air and just hung in the air forever. And then Mike Roberts intercepts it, and you guys storm the field. I mean, that 15 years or 20 years from now, you got to think about that game.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that game was definitely experience that I'll remember for sure.
For sure. So does that kind of drive you guys this week to kind of recreate
No, for sure. I mean, they're 0-2 against us. I feel like they're definitely going to be 0-3. So
yeah,
that's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
And we're at home, so they're not going to win at home. We're pretty confident in defending our field. So
yeah. Yeah, it's cool that your first round playoff game's at home. It's like it's a neat treat.
Yes, sir. Especially senior year, it feels good to have another home game.
Yeah. So was last week a little weird? It being senior night, knowing you're going to play here again.
It was a little weird, but it feels good though to have another game.
So I think when I think about your career at safety, I think about the Colleyville Heritage game last year. Because I feel like that, like you kind of blossomed that game. That was a really physical game. You guys were flying around everywhere, making plays. Really awesome game. What comes to mind when you think about that game?
We definitely could have played better. I mean, we definitely weren't as good as we were this year. But I mean, there were some good things that game, and there were some bad things. We definitely fixed everything that we got wrong, and gladly we all came back, and so we feel pretty confident in fixing what we got wrong, but yeah.
So the messaging this week, obviously, it's win or go home. So does that game come up a lot of this is what we did wrong, and
that game definitely goes through a lot of our minds that we're definitely not going to feel the same emotion we felt after that game. So
yeah, that's the motivation you needed
for sure.
So we talked to John Hurt last week about the tunnel. And the last few weeks, he's had the hammer coming out. I've seen you with the hammer. So what goes into that? Like who gets what? Who gets the flag? Who gets the hammer?
It's kind of just personally, I'd like the hammer.
Okay.
So personally, I go for the hammer. But anyone really, it's kind of just like we pass it around.
Okay.
You know.
So do they just like lay everything out for you, and you?
It's kind of like they'll give it to like the seniors or the people up front, and then we'll just like pass it to whoever wants to hold them. So
okay.
Yeah.
So also talked to Hank Woodard. He likes to be like the last guy out of the tunnel, but it seems like you want to be one of the first.
Yes, sir.
Why?
I don't know. Last year I was kind of one of the last people out, I felt like, but this year trying to just kind of like a leadership aspect and just show that.
For sure. Well, this is Xavier Sanchez on with us in the 407 Barbecue Halftime Show. Well, what do you do off the field?
Golf. Sometimes I play basketball. I mean, I used to play basketball. Sometimes I play video games, and kind of just that's really it.
Because Xavier Trotter's the video game guy, right?
He does play.
Okay.
He does play a lot.
Are all you guys getting on at the same time, sometime playing the new Call of Duty and whatnot?
And the NCAA game.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty popular. Who's your team?
Ole Miss.
Of course, I should have known.
Yep.
Well, what's your bit? I feel like everyone on the team kind of has their thing. We've mentioned a few of them. What do you think yours is?
I think my bit is definitely best Brawl Stars player on the team. So
Brawl Stars.
Brawl Stars.
What is this?
It's a video game with you have a brawler, which is like you pick your fighter, and there's like a couple of them, and then it's kind of just like you play different type games on your phone, and it's like you try to just, it's kind of like a Call of Duty, but like on the phone, but it's a little bit more like cartoon animated. But it's,
And you're playing a bunch of people, or is it just one-on-one?
It's like 3v3 type.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, a team thing.
It's team.
Okay.
It's team things.
And so you're you're able to play other people on your phone?
Yeah, I play with a lot of the guys on the team, like Dawson, Harani, and like Bentley. And
Okay.
Yep.
Y'all are pretty good?
We are
Brawl
pretty good.
Stars.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
It's
very
pretty
cool.
addicting, so yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, final thing for you. What is your favorite Coach Rogers saying?
My favorite Coach Rogers saying would probably be when he says we're playing lackadaisical, or he uses the word lackadaisical.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll use it, and he's like, that's my saying, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You guys will say it?
Yeah, we've said it before to him, and he'll be confused when he say it, but we're just messing with that.
Yeah. Or are you saying like the coaches are being lackadaisical?
No, like we're just saying like we can't be lackadaisical out there. So like, yeah.
He's like, hey, no, that's mine. That's great. Yeah, that's funny. You need to start using some of these things against him. See what he does.
For sure.
Like you need to warn him about tryptophan on Thanksgiving week. That'd be good.
Tryptophan. Yeah. We've heard that one too.
That's coming up here in a couple weeks. Well, cool. Xavier Sanchez with us. Great to get to meet you. Big week. Playoffs begin. I know you guys are focused and ready. And yeah, here's to 6 more games. Best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that is senior safety Xavier Sanchez on with us in the 407 Barbecue Halftime Show. Thanks to Xavier for his time earlier this week. Right now, the Eagles lead the Emerson Mavericks 31-21 here in round 1 of playoffs at Eagles Stadium. A couple more things to get to inside this halftime show, but coming up first, let's update you on the goings around in the community. And for that, we turn it over to Argyle Communications Director Rick Herron with this week's Argyle ISD Eagle Update, brought to you by Lori Jacobson and the Legacy Group.
Hi, this is Rick Herron, Argyle ISD's Chief Communications Officer, with this week's playoff edition of the Eagle Update. Well, big news for Argyle High School's debate team. They competed in the UIL Regional Congressional Debate Contest this week, and all 5 Eagles made it to the finals. 3 of those students ranked first in the preliminary rounds, and 2 of the team members are headed to compete at state in January. That will be Leah Cha and Jack Dillon. Leah placed first overall, and Jack took third. Congratulations to these outstanding debate students at AHS, and we wish them all the best at state. Well, if you saw a line of charter buses pulling out of Argyle High School on Wednesday afternoon, that was our Argyle High School band, because they are headed for their big trip to Indianapolis to compete in the Bands of America Grand Nationals at the Lucas Oil Stadium from November 14th to November 16th. The AHS band is coming off its 7th place finish at the UIL State Marching Competition last week, so no rest for them as they continue to compete at a high level, and this was the band's first state appearance in Class 5A. Argyle owns 8 state championships, which is tied for the most in state, so big congratulations to them on their appearance at state, and we're looking forward to a big appearance for them again in Indianapolis this week. This week, district-wide, we celebrated our veterans across Argyle ISD on Veterans Day. The campuses all prepared special recognitions and ceremonies that made this a very special day in our community for our veterans and their families. Be sure to check out the district's social media accounts as we celebrated our district staff members who have served in the military. We are very grateful for them and their service to our country. We also captured all the special moments on the campuses, so take a moment, be sure to check out your favorite social media accounts to see all the photos and videos from these ceremonies. Well, what a fun afternoon we had on Wednesday for National Signing Day at Argyle High School. We had family, friends, coaches, teachers, and community members all on hand at AHS as 14 student athletes signed scholarships with colleges and universities. The signees were in 7 different sports. So we've got the breakdown for you, so here we go. In women's basketball, Reese Crabtree signed with Vanguard University. Kennedy Hafer, she's headed to Lehigh. And Zoe Jackson signed with Oklahoma Christian University. In men's basketball, Francis Chukwudebelu, he is headed to Santa Clara. And in cheer, Riley Palmer, well, she's headed to Weber State. And in women's golf, Ryan Przinski, she signed with Dallas Baptist University. And 3-time defending state champion tennis player Meghna Arun Kumar is headed to Arkansas State. And Bella Jeffries is headed to Nelson University to compete in track and field. And lastly, the Class 5A Region Finals bound Lady Eagle volleyball team had 6 standout players signed during the ceremony, and they included Delaney Galligan is headed to Amarillo College, Tatum Husby, she's going to Millsaps College, Conley Burns is headed to Clarkson University. Georgia Sanchez signed with Midwestern State. Piper Mickenheim signed with Tulane. And Jordan Moore signed with Colgate. Congratulations to these outstanding student athletes, and we look forward to following your careers at the next level. Well, that's it for this week's playoff edition of the Eagle Update. Be sure to stay connected with AISD and all the campuses by following us on social media. And until next week, go Eagles!
Thank you, Rick. That's this week's Argyle ISD Eagle Update. If you missed any of the elements here in the halftime show, including the player spotlight or the Eagle Update, or want to hear our chat with Coach Rogers, do check out the Eagles Nest podcast, released every Thursday morning during football season. You can catch that wherever you get your podcast. Here at Eagle Stadium, Argyle leads Emerson 31-21 at the half. Still got some highlights and stats to get into here coming up, but we're going to take a timeout here in the 407 Barbecue halftime show. We're going to step aside, and on the other side, we'll get you caught up on the first half. This is Argyle Eagle football, and it's brought to you by the Argyle Eagles Booster Club.
Hi, Eagles fans.
And it continues in a moment.
What's the secret to scoring big in the real estate game? Put the ball in the hands of the winning realtor in Argyle, Lorena Moore with Monument Realty. Lorena knows all of the plays to find the perfect match for you, whether you're buying or selling. Real estate is about connections, and there's no better quarterback in Argyle than Lorena Moore. Find her at dfwmoorehomes.com or look for her QR code around Eagle Stadium. Don't get stuck on the sidelines. Go with Lorena Moore with Monument Realty.
407 Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles. Named the very best barbecue in all of DFW several times over, 407 Barbecue offers an array of award-winning smoked meats, including mouth-watering brisket and ribs. No plate is complete without one of their world-famous sides and a bowl of Grandma's banana pudding. Family owned and operated by your neighbors right here in Argyle. See their menu and catering options online at 407bbq.com or see for yourself at I-35W exit 407. 407 Barbecue.
This is the 407 Barbecue halftime show. Argyle leading Emerson at the half 31-21. And we'll catch you up on some of the numbers and highlights here as we got just a few minutes before the second half begins. Argyle began the game with the first drive of the ball game. They moved the ball 58 yards on 9 plays and kick a 33-yard field goal to take an early lead, 3-0, but that wouldn't last long as Emerson returns the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown. And Emerson grabs the early momentum here as the Mavericks lead 7-3, although that wouldn't last for very long as Argyle's second possession of the ball game goes 67 yards in 6 plays. And welcome back, Mr. Julian Caldwell.
Get down and 7. Play 6 of the drive. Play action to Bagley. Gasperson going to throw. He's going deep over the middle. He's got a man there. It's caught into the end zone. Julian Caldwell. 34-yard touchdown pass from McGuire Gasperson to Julian Caldwell. All aboard. 6 on the board for the Eagles.
Julian had missed a few games due to injury and made his return back in a big way. Argyle regains the lead at 10-7. This is when, Argyle defense wasn't on the field for the kick return, and the defense came out to a blustering start, holding the Emerson Mavericks to 4 consecutive 3-and-outs to begin the ball game, allowing Argyle to pad a lead. 10-7 after the second possession. Emerson has to punt for the first time in the ball game. On Argyle's third possession of the ball game, 5 plays, 62 yards, and then it's Julian Caldwell again.
2nd down and 8, Argyle from the Emerson 24-yard line. Gasperson wanting to throw. He's going deep on right side, looking for Caldwell. He's got it. Drags his feet to the back of the end zone. Perfect pass. Great catch. 24-yard touchdown pass. Gasperson to Caldwell. Once again, all aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
Back-to-back drives, back-to-back touchdown grabs by Julian Caldwell, and the Eagles lead 17-7. Emerson has to punt yet again. Then for the first time on their 4th possession of the ball game, Argyle's got a punt. Again, on the other side, Emerson punts again, but here's when we begin to step into Nate Bruce territory, as Emerson has to punt backed up deep in their own territory after a Hank Woodard sack. And a short punt goes for a long return, thanks to Nate Bruce.
Oh, short kick, fielded at the 35-yard line by Bruce. Coming to his left, he's got room. 20, 15, 10, 5, tries to run over a man. He does get run out of bounds by one of the big offensive linemen, Namon Johnson, at the 3-yard line. That punt nets 0, and Argyle will have it 1st and goal at the Emerson. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 2, at the Emerson 2-yard line. 32-yard punt, 33-yard return, 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, 2-yard, that puts the ball on the doorstep. Argyle at the 2. In come the Bulls package, and then, of course, you got to give it back to Nate Bruce, and they do. Bruce punches it in from 2 yards out, and Argyle's lead swells. At that point, it's 24-7 still, and in the early parts of the second quarter. Again, Emerson's got a punt, and the next time, Bruce had returned it 33 yards down to the Argyle doorstep. On the very next punt, Nate Bruce takes it much further.
Good snap back to Coetzee. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Nathaniel Bruce bobbles it a little bit, hangs on to it though, breaks a tackle, and now he's coming back out here to the left. What a great move there by Nathaniel Bruce. He's got room, cuts it inside of the 35. He can take it to the house. 62-yard punt return from Nathaniel Bruce.
Bruce with a punt return for a touchdown. I believe you heard Mitch come in there with an uh-oh. There was a flag down, but it was after Bruce had entered the end zone. So the yardage would be tacked on the next kick. Punt return for the touchdown stands, and Argyle leads big, 31-7, about halfway through the second quarter. And you're thinking, well, maybe this is a typical first-round playoff game, and it's going to be another Argyle blowout. But Frisco Emerson wakes up late, about halfway through the second quarter. They score on back-to-back touchdown drives. Now, the drive yardage isn't very long because both came after Argyle turnovers. Fumble on an Argyle possession sets Emerson up on the Argyle 26. They score 8 plays later for their first touchdown offensively of the ball game. And then a muffed punt sets them up again on the doorstep. Excuse me, the muffed punt set them up on the 26. The Argyle fumble set them up on the 10. They would score 4 plays later. And you blink, and it's 31-21, and that is your score at the half, Argyle over Emerson. Some numbers from the first half. Argyle offensively, 163 yards, 96 through the air, 67 on the ground, 13 first downs. And they only ran into 3 third downs in the first half, converting one of them. So 31 plays, 163 yards for Argyle. For Emerson, 29 plays, and just total yardage of 40. Now, you might think, how did they score 21 points with 40 yards? Well, a kick return is hidden yardage there, and then when you get set up on the 26 and the 10-yard line, your drives aren't going to be very long. So the Emerson offense actually didn't move the ball very far in the first half, but we got a ball game here at 31-21. I do want to point out a lot of penalties for the Mavericks. Emerson, 6 penalties for 71 yards, averaging over 12 or 13 yards per penalty, so a lot of personal fouls there for theirs. Argyle, 3 penalties for 45 yards. All 3 of those were personal infractions. Look at some individual stats. McGuire Gasperson, 8 of 11 through the air for 73% completion percentage, 96 yards and 2 touchdowns for McGuire. On the ground, Watson Bell, 8 carries for 30 yards. Chase Bagley, 4 carries, 13 yards. McGuire toted it 5 times himself for 29 yards. As Nathaniel Bruce had a carry for 2 yards and a touchdown, and Will Krzyzak had a carry that officially went for -7. Receiving, Braden Bach leads all Argyle receivers with 4 grabs for 18 yards. Julian Caldwell, 2 huge receptions for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. Will Krzyzak has a catch for 10, and Watson Bell has a catch for 10 out of the backfield. And so those are your numbers and your highlights from the first half. And before we get ready for second half action here as Argyle leads 31-21, bring in the play-by-play voice of your Argyle Eagles, Kenny Arthur. And Kenny, this is not the only game going around. Interested to hear some of the other 4A scores, and I believe we already know who Argyle will be playing next week, but what are some of the other scores around the Metroplex?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start, of course, with, like you talked about, 5A Division II. Of course, Argyle's classification. And we'll start, of course, in Region 1. And if Argyle hangs on to this win, then they would take on Wichita Falls Memorial next week. Wichita Falls Memorial beat El Paso Chapin 70-28 earlier today. Some other scores in Region 1. El Paso Del Valle beat Abilene Cooper 63-35. Lubbock Cooper over Canutillo 38-14. And Abilene Wiley, who Argyle could possibly see in a couple of weeks, beat El Paso Andress 46-10. There's a couple of surprises in here in Argyle, this District 3, which Argyle was in, versus District 4, which is Emerson's district. Of course, this game, Argyle leading Frisco Emerson 31-21. Anna struggling with Colleyville Heritage. Anna leaves Heritage 17-7. That ball game late in the third quarter. Mansfield Timberview trailing Lovejoy. This is at halftime. Lovejoy leads Mansfield Timberview 35-0. Wow. Here's your surprise. Mid-third quarter, Arlington Seguin 28, Prosper Walnut Grove 21. So that's a good game right now. Heading over to Region 2, Midlothian Heritage all over Seagoville 65-0. South Oak Cliff beat Terrell 52-14. Crandall over Dallas Wilson 41-0. 28-7. Kaufman over Dallas Hillcrest. Probably one of the better games in the Metroplex tonight, or one of the more exciting ones up in 6A. Is, let me find it again here and see where we stand. Late third quarter, Allen leads Louisville 10-3. Is all there. And then another one that's good here in the Metroplex. Coppell trailing Prosper. This one about midway through the third quarter. Prosper 21, Coppell 14. And after the kickoff here, we'll head down to Austin Ani down the sidelines. Find out, I think he had a little chit-chat with some Argyle coaches at halftime. So Frisco Emerson will get the football first as Argyle will kick off. Jackson Green to kick things off. Kickoff is end over end. Kelton Wafer lets it go over his head and into the end zone for the touchback. So Frisco Emerson will come out and start out first and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Austin, what'd you find out for us at halftime?
Yeah, Dr. Rogers coming out. Message stays the same. Just clean up, play clean football. Eliminate the mistakes, and you're dominating the game. So a good, clean second half, and then offense and defense and special teams, clean it up, and results will come.
Defensively for Argyle, Reno Herman, John Hurt, and Xavier Trotter across the front. Backers are Brody Bomar, Max Bland, Grayson Peschel. Xavier, hang on, I'll give you the secondary here in just a moment. Here's a quick pass out to the left to Jason Williams, the slot receiver. And he is going to be drugged down by Nathaniel Bruce after maybe a yard. We've got a player a little bit slow to get up here for Argyle, the secondary for the Eagles. Malik Bracey and Luke Lane, the corners. Xavier Sanchez, Nathaniel Bruce, and Garrett Westrom are the safeties. That was Max Bland, a little slow to get up. And
I think he got leg whipped.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8. He's walking off under his own power, but Thomas Irwin will check in the game for Max Bland. Offense for the Mavericks. DJ Shelton, the quarterback. Cameron Lockhart, the running back. Kelton Wafer, Jason Williams and Blake McLean, the receivers. Matthias Talavera is the tight end. Austin Pelletier, the center. Ramon Brown, Damon Johnson, the guards. Matt Bortolasi and Carson Lilly are the tackles for the Emerson Mavericks. 2nd down and 8, ball at their own 27-yard line. 3 receivers right. Trips to the right for Emerson. Ball on the left hash. DJ Shelton looking to throw. He is going to throw. He's got a man wide open at the 35-yard line. Nobody covering McLean. And Blake McLean is going to have a first down at the 41-yard line. 14-yard gain there on 2nd down.
That first down right there was something that took him a long time to get in the first half.
Only had 2 first downs in the first half, and now they have one already here in the second half. Moving from left to right, white jerseys, Carolina blue pants, blue numerals, blue helmets for the Mavericks. Hand off to Lockhart. Xavier Trotter's got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. First tackle for Trotter tonight. It is a TFL, a loss of 6, back to the 35-yard line. Be second down at 16.
Yeah, and he just flew through there. And, you know, it looked kind of like maybe they were going to try to throw the ball a little bit more in the second half. And I thought for sure they were going to come out and sling it, but they tried to run right there and just had nothing. There was just nowhere to go.
Taking their time here, all the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Argyle in their black jerseys, white numerals, gray pants with red, white, and black stripes down the pants, white helmets tonight for the Eagles. On second down and 16, play action. Pressure. Now, leaving the pocket is Shelton. Oh, makes a nice move. He's going to have positive yardage. He's going to step out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 11-yard gain. Got 11 of the 16 back. It's going to be third down and a long 5. And DJ Shelton looks like he was limping in the first half there toward the end. And Mitch looks like he might be hobbled just a little bit still. That might be why he ran out of bounds there.
Yeah, it may be. And he may not really want to run that much anymore, right? That may be just kind of out of necessity that he took off right there. But, I mean, he's still elusive in the open field, as you saw right there. He made the one guy miss. But Argyle, you got to put him in those second, third and longs and make him throw the ball.
Third down and 5. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end in motion from right to left, and we've got a timeout for Emerson.
Wow.
With 10:27 to play in the third quarter. And it gives us an opportunity here with this timeout. Argyle leading 31-21 to talk to you about who's bringing us our third quarter tonight.
Who is it?
Thanks to our good friends over at Rapid Med Urgent Care, right down the street here, actually. JLBB Company. Artisan Style Ironworks. Thanks to Scott Faki at Advantage Threads. Thanks to Independent Financial, DTX Family Law, Trophy Club Animal Hospital. Thanks to Kim Redding at Magnolia Realty. Thanks to Brian and Shelly Stone with Shout Out Promotions. Empower Chiropractic, Shelby Black at Salon 377. Hat Creek Burger Company, thanks to Base Physical Therapy and Wellness, and the Silver Fox. Next time you see any of these sponsors, tell them thank you for supporting the Argyle Eagles Booster Club. 10:27 to play in the third quarter, and Argyle leading Frisco Emerson 31-21. Argyle had a big 31-7 lead. A couple of big mistakes by Argyle deep in their own territory has allowed Emerson to climb back into this. Big third down and 5 here early in the second half.
Yeah, this has really set the tone if you can stop them right here.
Play 5 of the drive for the Mavericks. Ball on the left hash. Shelton claps his hands, snaps back to him. He's looking right, he's throwing right. It's Wafer, he catches it this time. He breaks 2 tackles, or there were 2 missed tackles, and now a third, and he runs down the sidelines all the way down to the Argyle 20-yard line. 34-yard gain, nice pass from Shelton. Poor tackling by the Argyle defense, and that's their biggest play of the game.
Yeah, and I think that's what we've been expecting from them with those wide receivers, right? They get out there, they get the ball in a hurry, and then they just use their athleticism and get down the field, and that's what they did right there.
Their first third down conversion, they spotted at the 22-yard line, be first down and 10. 32-yard gain on that pass.
So you wonder if they kind of slow it down, right? Even though they're behind, I wonder if they have the confidence they think that they're not going to need a ton of time to do something.
Handoff Lockhart, nowhere to go. He's hit before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Xavier Trotter gets off the bottom of the pile once again. Another tackle for loss for big number 44. It's a 2-yard loss. It'll be second down and 12 back at the 24.
Yeah, and Argyle doing a really good job shutting down that run. They just have to put 2 or 3 of those really good, strong defensive plays together and not allow the big chunk play.
Well, and they're not getting a lot of pressure on Shelton because the pass plays they have in their playbook, he doesn't hold on to the ball very long back there.
Yeah, and that looks like that was an adjustment they made, is get it out quick.
Looks like some movement early. Shelton wants to throw. He will throw. It is complete. Luke Lane makes the stop immediately, but another nice gain down to the 15-yard line. That's Blake McLean making the catch, a 9-yard gain. And it'll leave third down, and about 2.5 now for the Mavericks.
Yeah, don't know if they're in 4-down territory now, being down only by 10. You know, before just about anything from right here was going to be 4 downs, but they've kind of closed the door a little bit. We'll see.
Play clock down to 10. As Mitch mentioned, they're slowing it down. 2 receivers right, 1 left, ball on the left hash. Snaps back, it's low. Shelton's got it, he's keeping it himself. He's not going to have anywhere to go, though. Xavier Trotter, one of those in on the stop. It looked like getting up off the bottom of the pile was Grayson Peschel.
Yeah, and that play was dead from the get-go. The snap was bad, and he had to reach down with one hand to get it just off the turf. And that really slowed his progress trying to get downfield. Argyle shut him down.
Lost a couple of yards back to the 17-yard line.
It is 4 down, okay.
4th down and 5 now for the Mavericks.
7 seconds. They're going to burn their other timeout right here?
If not, they're going to have to hurry. Play clock down to 2. And they do.
They got 1 left.
Another timeout for Frisco Emerson. 8:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. Argyle leading 31-21 here, getting ready for a 4th and 5. Attention football fanatics, don't miss out on the opportunity to be a part of Texas football history, where dreams are realized, legends are born, and unforgettable moments unfold before your very eyes. Mark your calendars for the UIL State Football Championships, December 18th through the 21st at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, where the best teams from 6-man to 6A leave it all on the field in hopes of being named champion. For the latest updates and ticket information, head over to uiltexas.org/football. Again, that's uiltexas.org/football. All right, 4th and 5 here. Let's go down to Austin Awney. Coach Awney.
Yeah.
What do you think the Emerson's going to do here? They're going to throw the ball, try to run it?
I think they throw it. I think you could tell their halftime adjustments was slow the game down, just relax. You can tell they're doing the short and intermediate throws, getting the confidence up, and so of the quarterback. So I'm predicting a short pass here.
Straight drop for Shelton. He is looking to throw. He's going to throw what's a screen pass, but it's low. And it couldn't be handled. Short route. He was open. He's probably got the 1st down, does Jason Williams, but it is incomplete. Argyle holds, turnover on downs. Eagle football at their own 17-yard line.
And I know it's hindsight, right? But they probably would have been better off just to take the delay of game 5-yard penalty and just kick the field goal, right? I mean, you're only down 10. That gets you to a 1-score game. But I guess they thought they had a play drawn up. Just didn't work out.
Argyle offense comes out. McGuire Gasperson, your quarterback. Watson Bell, your running back. Braden Bach, the tight end. Julian Caldwell, Will Krzyzak. Grant Romero, your receivers. Will give the offensive line again after this play. 1st and 10 from their own 17, moving from right to left. And handoff. Watson Bell straight ahead. Not much there. Stop made by Tyson Cannon after only a couple of yards to the 19. 2nd down and 8. Up front, Chance and Bowen the center. Weston Cheney, Keegan Lawson the guards. Braxton Firestone, Tyler Roberts are the tackles. 2nd down and 8. Krzyzak goes in motion from left to right. Gasperson wants to throw. He's looking. He's got time. He's throwing down the middle of the field. It's Krzyzak. He's got it. It's off to the races. Oh, if he didn't wear a towel, he wouldn't have got caught. But the defender able to grab the towel and hang on to Will Krzyzak. That's Elijah White. But the pitch and catch goes all the way down to the 22-yard line. 59-yard pass play.
It was like a cowboy chasing a horse from behind, grabbing that tail.
1st and 10. Still in man coverage. Krzyzak goes in motion from right to left. Play action. Krzyzak's going to throw it in. Complete. Intercepted. It goes through the hands of Braden Bach. It was a little high. And Elijah White able to get the interception. Another Argyle turnover, and it's Emerson football.
And they had a good play called right there because there was a blitz. And Gasperson picked it up and saw his tight end out there on, I guess, the hot read and got it to him. It just clanked off of his hands and up in the air and just stayed in the air long enough for them just to dive under it.
Yeah, that may be kind of one of those, it's nobody's fault, right? Gasperson had a man coming in on that blitz, so he has to kind of throw it up high. Maybe a little too high for Braden Bach, so it goes off his hands. And Elijah White, the safety, makes a good play. Gets the interception. 1st and 10. Now for Emerson at their own 17-yard line. 2 receivers go left, 1 right. Tight end lined up behind his right tackle. Going to be a handoff to Cameron Lockhart going left. Oh, he's got running room. He's down the sideline. He's going to get shoved out of bounds. finally, big gain, biggest gain, I think, for Cameron Lockhart.
Yeah, he got the edge and just turned on the jets. Nobody was there.
Pickup of 22 out to the 39-yard line. And a first down for the Emerson Mavericks. Three receivers right. Ball on the left hash. Oh, drop. Snaps drop. Ball's bouncing around. Emerson had a shot at it. Oh, and Emerson ends up with it. Offensive lineman. That ball is not round, and it was bouncing all over the place. And finally, one of the big offensive linemen, or no, the tight end looks like, came up with it. Matthias Talavera at the 40-yard line. End up gaining a yard, and that, which is weird because that was a fumbled snap on a shotgun, but it hit the quarterback in the hands, Mitch, and then it hit the running back, like maybe in the knee when he was going forward, and that's what kicked the ball forward.
Yeah, they got really lucky that it went forward instead of backwards.
Second down and 9 now for Emerson from their own 40. Snap back to Shelton. Handoff, Lockhart going left, bounces it back right. He's going to be upended by Garrett Westrom at the 42-yard line. Pickup of a couple. Fourth tackle for Garrett Westrom. And it will be third down and 7. Thomas Irwin checks in for Brody Bomar.
Yeah, and Argyle is doing a good job to disrupt that snap. Who's lining up over the center? Can you tell?
Right now it's Tyson O'Neill.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job. I think that's why those snaps are bad. I think
it's that hair.
Yeah, that, and I think that big body smashing into it probably has a little something to do with it too.
Third down and 7.
Their center only goes 225.
Snap back to Shelton. He's looking left. There's a flag down. And he's going to be sacked by Max Bland. Back at the 31-yard line. Let's check the flag to make sure. Illegal shift against Emerson. I'm assuming we're going to decline that. I would assume.
Fourth down.
That'll make it fourth down. Back at the 32-yard line, they'll spot it.
Yeah, he should have just thrown it out of bounds at that point, right? Yeah. I mean, instead of taking that huge loss.
5:31 to play. Clock now running. 31-21. Argyle leads.
Both teams kind of shaky starting the second half.
Peter Coatsy back in front formation. Nathaniel Bruce stands back at his own 40. Punts away. Low kick. Fair caught this time by Nathaniel Bruce. 31-yard punt, no return. Argyle will have it first and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is where you hear Argyle Eagles football.
Hey, this is George Dunham, approaching 28 years on the Morning Musers on the Ticket in Dallas. Big Argyle Eagles fan. And you're listening to Argyle Football, brought to you by the Argyle Booster Club.
Shout out to my good buddy Judson Clark, who's up doing a little elk hunting in Gunnison, Colorado. And staying like in a tent or something. I said, you know,
he's got cell coverage out there?
Somehow, some way.
I think he faked those pictures. I think he's in the Holiday Inn somewhere.
He's got a green screen. First and 10, Gasperson looking to throw. He's going deep. He's just throwing it kind of up for grabs. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Elijah White again. An interception. A little bit underthrown. And Will Krzyzak tried to play defender. And back-to-back passes from McGuire Gasperson have been intercepted, both by Elijah White. Another turnover, and it's once again Emerson football.
Yeah, and that was a 50-50 ball, right? That's where you go up, and Krzyzak had the size advantage right there, so he had two choices, just to knock it away and play defense or try and come up with a catch. And he tried to come up with a catch and just didn't have it. I think it was kind of the way the ball went when they came back down towards the ground. He kind of got it wrestled away from him.
5:01 to play third quarter. Emerson gets the football back again.
Lots of turnovers.
Handoff. Lockhart trying to get up the corner to the right, and he gets a couple of yards. And there's a late flag. He's pushed out of bounds at the 13. It looked like maybe a hold on one of the receivers out here.
Yeah, somebody was blocking ahead of the play.
Back up the Mavericks.
So if your team's not playing well like Argyle, right, this second half with the turnovers, as long as the other team's not playing any better, you're okay. And that's kind of what you've got right now is just a stalemate.
Check down with Austin real quick on the sideline. Austin, that last interception, I kind of heard you mention this.
Yeah.
You think McGuire maybe should have gotten rid of the ball a little sooner?
Yeah, a little bit sooner. Leave it outside. You know, once you get it out a little bit later, when you hold it, give the defender a little bit more time to react.
Lockhart's got the football again, nowhere to go. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. A whole host of Argyle Eagles in there. Xavier Trotter, the first one. Another tackle for loss for Xavier Trotter.
Boy, when you get the ball inside the 10-yard line, those Argyle defensive linemen get really hungry, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they want that safety.
Yeah, they do.
Second down and 20, loss of 3.
Is the safety the most exciting play in football?
You know, it might be.
Oh, everybody goes nuts over it.
Yeah,
it's 2 points.
It's 2
everybody goes
points.
nuts.
It's kind of like a triple in baseball, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, it's more exciting than a home run.
Yep.
Second down 20 from their own 5-yard line. Snap back to Shelton. Play action. He's looking to throw. He does throw. Man, lots of room over there to Blake McLean. He's got it at the 15. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe one more. A pickup of 10 for Blake McLean, Xavier Sanchez, and Brody Bomar combined to make the stop. And it'll be third down and 9 for the Mavericks.
Now, Argyle's kind of playing a little down and distance defense right there, right? Just they're going to let him have something underneath, just not going to let him get to that first down marker at 25.
Third down and 9 here for the Mavericks. Clock running, 3:33 to play in the third quarter. Shelton, play action. Looking to throw. Pressure from Max Bland. He's held. No flag. Now the throw. He's got a man wide open on the sideline, out of bounds. How do you not throw a flag on that back there?
Max wants to know.
Max Bland was being absolutely... God, had his shoulder pad ripped out from under his jersey. 15-yard gain and a first down for the Mavericks.
Yeah, great throw by Shelton right there to evade the pressure and you know, stay focused and get the ball out.
Handoff. Lockhart trying to get the corner. Breaks a tackle. Turns it up. He's got positive yardage. Nate Bruce makes the stop at the 34-yard line. Second down and 3. Lockhart will check out of the game. Looks like Luke Lane is injured on the far sideline for Argyle. Luke's had issues with his shoulder, has missed a lot of weeks this season. It looks like he's kind of holding that arm again.
Man, that started that very first game of the year, too, up in...
against Frisco Lone Star.
Frisco, yeah, sure was. Yep.
When I wonder if it's one of those, I mean, I don't know anything about it. I haven't done enough research on it, but
I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor, but I actually got a little issue that my shoulder can sublux and kind of slide out of socket. And the thing is, you got to put something on there to keep it. I actually looked like RoboCop in high school, Mitch, because I'd wear this thing on me that I could only lift my arm up so high, I could only go back so far to keep my shoulder from coming out of socket. And I wonder if he's got something like that and comes out of socket or something like that.
Yeah, and it's just kind of crazy how it happens, right? You just hit it just a funky way, and that's what does it.
Matter of fact, the last time he was injured was, 3 or 4 weeks ago. He came back, and it looked like he just reached out to try to knock down a pass or something. It kind of knocked his arm back. And so now Luke Lane coming off that right arm. He's holding that right arm down. Landon Howell will come in for him at cornerback. Second down and 7 now for the Mavericks. Ball at their own 34-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Shelton takes the snap. Play action. Wants to throw. Gonna go deep. Oh, he's got a man. Looking for McLean, and it is knocked away last second. Great play by Landon Howell. He was beat by a couple of steps, and he was able to gain some ground and knock that pass away incomplete. Third down and 7.
Yeah, welcome to the game, right? He comes in, and again, they go after him. And that was one of those plays where he's either going to knock it away or he's going to interfere with him right there. And he did a great job.
Landon Howell already has a couple of interceptions, 8 PBUs. There's number 9 on the season for Howell, number 22. Third down and 7.
Pressure. Got to get pressure right here.
Snap back. Looking right. Still looking right. Now rolling to his right is Shelton. He throws. He's got a man. It is complete. That's a first down. Argyle wants it to be incomplete. Incomplete, says the field judge. Coming up, finally waving that incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down.
Are they going to go?
We're going to go down to Austin. Austin, did that look incomplete?
Yeah, it looked like he bobbled it as soon as he got hit, so I would say incomplete.
Looks like
that's the right call.
Looks like they're going to bring the punt team on.
So they rushed the last punt really hard again, right? I mean, they're just a step away from getting there. I'm not really sure you have to. He's not kicking the ball very deep, but I mean, if you could block a punt down this end of the field, that'd be a game changer.
Last punt was 31 yards for Peter Coetzee. Snaps away. But we've got a stoppage of play, a flag before the play, I guess, or
where? I don't see it.
No. Let's see what we've got here. We're going to wait on the call. We don't have a official's mic tonight for some reason. Not our problem, by the way. We know producer extraordinaire Blake Jones would have it 5'10" if we had it. It's something going on here at the stadium. And still talking about it. I'm not sure what the call is.
Austin, you're going to have to take your headset off and listen because we can't hear. Oh, wait, he's pointing like maybe at the crowd?
I'm not sure what's going on now. Another official coming in. So
it's from way back here.
This is obviously not some sort of
sideline infraction.
What? Delay a game against Emerson, but why does that take so long to call?
I think he had to explain it why this guy's the one that called it.
All right, so now it's back at the 29-yard line. Nate Bruce stands at his own 43, awaiting the punt of Peter Coetzee. Snap a little high. Gets the punt away. Punter goes down. Nate Bruce calls a fair catch at the 39-yard line. 32-yard punt. No return for Argyle. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line to start this next drive for your Argyle Eagles. Let's talk real quickly about our good friends right down the road here at the Snooty Pig in Argyle. Place to go when you're hungry. Place where the Argyle broadcasting crew meets every Friday morning for breakfast. Come by, we'll sign autographs.
Yeah, it was good this morning. The line wasn't too long for the autographs.
No, we had to
get you right in.
Mitch had the French toast this morning. I went with pecan pancakes. Handoff straight ahead, nowhere to go this time. In fact, it's going to be a loss of a couple here for Argyle.
Yeah, that one didn't look right from the get-go.
No, Watson Bell gets the carry. 2nd down and 12. Not a lot of action here for the Argyle offense, especially in this second half.
Well, there's been action, but it's been negative action.
So go to the Snooty Pig. You can go have breakfast or lunch tomorrow. 377 in Crawford Road in Argyle. Play action for Gasperson. He's going to throw. He's got a man. It's Will Krisiak out here at the 45. Tight ropes the sidelines and steps out of bounds just inside Emerson territory at the 48-yard line. 16-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, and that's what I'd kind of like to see a little bit more. I think Argyle keep a little bit more controlled offense, right? Not having to take the big chunk play shots.
Ball on the left hash, snap back. Gasperson, quick throw out to Julian Caldwell, who wasn't ready for it. It just made his turn, being covered by Christian Lyons, and it's incomplete. 2nd down 10.
Yeah, I kind of rushed that one a little bit. Argyle not really determined to establish the run, it doesn't seem like.
No, it hadn't been real successful tonight, and just kind of gone away from it. Here goes Watson Bell straight ahead, and he's got some running room. Oh, he's going to be hit, though, right at the 45. Could not maintain that block. Somebody couldn't. As Agape Lawrence makes the stop. 3-yard pickup. Looked like he had a whole lot more than that. Now it's 3rd down and 7. Watson Bell only averaging about 3 yards a carry. It's this tough Frisco Emerson defense, but we knew they were. Only giving up 114 rushing yards a game this season. Argyle 1 for 3 on 3rd down. It's 3rd down and 7. Play clock down to 5. Argyle still not sure what they're going to do. It looks like they may take a timeout, and that's exactly what they'll do. We'll take one as well. 1:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. Argyle leading 31-21. Back after this from our friends over at Park Place.
the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are? Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back at Eagle Stadium, 3rd down and 7 here for Argyle. We'll check in down with Austin on the sideline. Austin, Argyle came out in the first quarter, ran 26 plays. They've only run 13 plays in the second and third.
Yeah.
Can your offense go a little cold in those situations?
Yeah, you can get a little cold, lose a little of that momentum. So they just gotta wake up, warm back up, bring that physicality that they did in the first half. Establish that run and then take your shots. I think they can do it. They just gotta establish that run. They got the size advantage.
3rd down and 7, Gasperson play action. Wanting to throw right over the middle, complete to Caldwell. Nice catch by Caldwell. He knew he was about to get hit by Agape Lawrence. He does, but he gets a 1st down on a 13-yard gain at the 32-yard line. Argyle to the line of scrimmage quickly. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now they slow it down a little bit. Gasperson barking out the signals.
Yeah, you can do a little clock management here, but do you do it at the expense of, rhythm?
Gasperson under pressure. Oh, he escapes away from one. Now trying to get away from another one. Agape Lawrence is the one that had him originally. Comes back from behind and wraps him up and gets the quarterback sack back at the 36-yard line.
Probably got back about 3 or 4 yards that he would have been sacked.
Lawrence's 2nd sack of the season is all his 2.5 sacks now. But 31 sacks on the season now for this Emerson defense.
Argyle doesn't have to snap it.
Yep, the game clock will run out before the play clock, and I don't think Argyle is going to run another play. 5 seconds, clock still running, and that will do it for our 3rd quarter. We'll make sure, and it is. So quarter number 3 in the books. We've got an interesting 4th quarter on the way. Argyle's lead only 10. Neither team scores in the 3rd quarter. 12 minutes left to play in this bi-district game. Argyle 31, Frisco Emerson 21. 4th quarter on the way next on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting.
This broadcast is made possible by the
Another year and another record-breaking year for the Argyle Eagles Booster Club, thanks in large part to Brian and Shelley Stone with Shout-Out Promotions. They have made a massive impact on us, allowed them to help you too. If you need your business brand promoted, don't whisper. Use Shout-Out Promotions. We begin quarter number 4 with Austin Nani on the sidelines, Mitch Cullen riding shotgun. I'm Kenny Arthur, Blake Jones producing.
So I think that 3rd quarter was probably the Emerson team we thought we'd see, right?
Yeah.
Tough defense, but that was not the Argyle team we thought we would see.
2nd down and 14 here for Argyle. Play action for Gasperson. He wants to throw too high. Had a man out there open. That was Will Krzyzak. Just overthrows him. On the coverage there was Malik Hawkins, number 3. OU commit. And it'll be 3rd down and about 14 for the Eagles.
He didn't have to do much defense there because the ball was overthrown.
Argyle 2 of 4 on 3rd down, but longest they'd had was 3rd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 14.
3rd and 8 on this drive too, wasn't it?
It's going to be a handoff to Watson Bell. I guess trying the element of surprise here as Argyle's not ran the ball well, and they don't run it too well here. They pick up a couple to the 34-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 12.
Well, it's a long field goal, no wind. I think you go right.
Yep, Argyle's going to go for it at the 34-yard line. Would be a 51-yard field goal attempt. So
Gasperson saying kick it.
Now, is he saying kick it as in field goal or punt it?
Wait a minute, or they can take a, they're going to take a delay of game.
Yep, Argyle letting the play clock run down. Game clock's down to 11:10. Play clock now is going to run out, and it will be a delay of game against Argyle, and then they'll probably bring on the punt team.
So if they don't take the penalty, then you go for it, right?
And so Argyle will bring on the punt team here now on 4th and it'll be 4th and 17 unless they decline the penalty. They take it. It's back at the 39 now, so give Nate Bruce an opportunity to try to pin them deep.
Yeah, so this is when those gunners got to get down there in a hurry, right? Because he's just almost pooch kicking this.
Good snap. Spiral kick is going to hit and roll down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Landon Howell downs it there. A 35-yard punt, no return, and Emerson will have it 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line with 10:25 to play in the ball game. Argyle leading 31-21. Fourth quarter of tonight's game is made possible by the generous support of Brian Faust at United Rentals, Charming and Maine. Thanks to United Exploration, Texas Oral Surgery Group, Hot Works of Argyle. Thanks to Aguila Verde Real Estate, Cali Felipe Hair, Connie Johnson, and all the folks over at A-Town Apparel. Thanks to Hello Happy Home, Dynamis Sports Performance, Legacy Partners Insurance, Argyle Party and Gift, the Organic Bronze Bar, and G2 Painting and Roofing. We got a whistle here before the play starts. And not sure what the whistle is for.
They blew it dead before he threw it, didn't they?
The officials looking back toward the Argyle student section. Can you make them be quiet?
No.
I know you make the band not play when they're back there, but I'm not sure what's going on back there.
Did they snap it too soon?
Anyway, let's do it again. 1st and 10, ball at the 4-yard line for Frisco Emerson. DJ Shelton, the quarterback. From the gun, snaps back to him. He's going to hand off to Cameron Lockhart, running right. Going to get maybe to the 5. Brody Bomar makes a stop. His 5th tackle. They're going to call it no gain. Tanner Kane also in to help on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
How about Brody Bomar, sophomore in there at middle linebacker, man? He's really stepped up this year and elevated his game. And in a big playoff game like this with those big running backs and everything, he's done a great job.
He's the team's leading tackler tonight, is Bomar on the season. Thomas Irwin going to check in. We're going to have to hurry, get some guys off the field here. Grayson Peschel checks out. 2nd down and 10. Shelton going to keep it himself on the quarterback option. He's got a nice gain out across the 10 to the 13-yard line. That is a 9-yard gain. Oh, no, they give him a full 10. Oh, man, a really nice spot for a 1st down.
It was at the 4.
So 1st and 10 now, ball at the 14-yard line. 3 receivers go right, 1 left. Lockhart to the right of his quarterback, DJ Shelton, in the backfield, and there's a pre-snap penalty. False start against the Mavericks. And again, they're going back. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. If we're waiting on there's a procedure penalty. They are going to call it, but once again, the official, Arthur Williams, goes back and talks to somebody back here in the Argyle student section. And I mean, can you tell them?
You can't make them be quiet.
Yeah,
you can't.
And Austin mentioned something earlier about maybe the drum, but there's one drum down there, but man alive, you can't. I'm not sure what's going on now. They want to talk to Coach Kendall Miller over there.
Okay, well, he's looking for anything, right? He's going to beg for anything at this point. he's just trying to put it in their head that something's going on. If it's not the band, I don't think you can do anything about it. The shakers are going.
I'm not sure the officials are talking about it. We need sideline reporter Austin Ani out in the middle of these officials to find out what's going on.
Austin Ani needs to body surf in the student section, right? Come on, ref. Let's go.
Well, I think he also just signaled a sideline warning against Emerson.
Oh, trying to get their coach off the field?
I guess so. First down and 15.
Argyle players are pumping up the crowd.
Back at the 9-yard line. Shelton, he's got it. He's going to throw quickly. Oh, almost intercepted. Garrett Westrom had it right in his hands. He read that quick hitter out there to the right. And he cannot catch the football. And it'll be second down and 15.
And that was pick 6, just falling down right there.
Yeah, he's at like the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
All right, that's where you got to forget about that one and come back for second down.
Flush it, move on.
Second down, 15. Snap back to Shelton. Play action, looking to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's rolling to his right. He's still rolling. He throws. Oh, again, almost intercepted. Knocked away, a PBU by Garrett Westrom. And it'll be third down and 15.
Yeah, that would have been a really tough interception, right? Because that was down low and he was diving to get it. But Argyle doing a good job putting that pressure on him. Flush him out of the pocket, make him hurry that throw.
Argyle fans are on their feet, especially the student section back in the end zone.
Argyle seems
there's some folks not on their feet. How can you not be on your feet right now? Third down and 15.
If you're an Emerson fan, you're sitting down. Look at that. The whole section over there is.
Third down, 15, play action. Shelton wanting to throw. He's got a man, but it's behind him and it's incomplete. Xavier Sanchez on the coverage was intended for the tight end, Matthias Talavera. 3 straight incompletions there for DJ Shelton, and it's fourth down, a punting situation from their own end zone.
Yeah, that was pretty cool because Garrett Westrom, when the play was over, ran to the end zone, was in a way kind of thanking the student section for their help on that. Player of the game, student section.
That's right. Peter Coatsy standing 5 yards deep in his own end zone. Nate Bruce at the Emerson 40-yard line awaiting this punt. Punts away. Nice high spiraling kick. Fair caught, made it the 50-yard line. Now Nate Bruce is afraid to return one.
Yeah, that was his best kick of the night right there.
He had plenty of room to return that one, too.
Yeah.
40-yard punt. No return. Coatsy's best punt of the night. Argyle will have it first and 10 at the Emerson 49-yard line with 9:05 to play in the game. Argyle leading by 10, 31-21. And I'm going to talk to Austin about this a little bit. I talk about it a lot, but Austin, Argyle runs this hurry-up offense. Well, now they probably want to run some clock. How does that affect the offense and I guess their psyche having to slow down the offense?
Yeah, you can get a little bit out of the rhythm, but I think if they can establish that run like they did in the first quarter, then, you know, that slow, methodical drive would be perfect right here. So let's see what they do.
Best starting field position tonight for Argyle at the 49 of Emerson. Play action. Gasperson wants to roll to his left, and he throws it to Braden Bach. Had a little too much mustard on it for a 4-yard pass and goes right through Braden Bach's hands. Incomplete.
Even if it was complete, it wasn't going to get you anything. They just don't want to run the ball on first down. I guess they think that, you know, they need a little mix them up or something instead of trying to call the obvious run.
Clock stopped with 9:01 to play in the ball game. Second down, 10. Gasperson looks at the sideline, waiting the play clock. Play clock down to 8. Here's a handoff to Watson Bell. Cuts it back to his left, straight ahead, finds an opening. He's inside the 40, close to the 39. Should be enough for a first down. A 10-yard gain for Watson Bell.
That's what Austin's talking about right there. And, you know, the funny thing is he's not a big kid, right? But it seems like when he goes down, he's always going forward when he goes down.
Yeah.
Like right there, he got an extra yard when he went down.
Watson gets a breather. Chase Bagley checks into the backfield. Clock running, 8.5 to play in the ball game. Play clock down to 8. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Now it's going to be Chase Bagley getting the handoff. He's going to be hit by Jackson Canada. Falls forward to the 37. That's a pickup of about 2 that time for Chase Bagley.
Bagley bigger than Watson Bell, so built a little bit better for between the tackles, but Watson Bell probably has the quickness advantage there.
Bell with a lot more carries on the season, but both of these backs coming in averaging 6 yards a carry. 2nd down and 8. Ball on the right hash. 2 receivers left, 1 right. It's going to be play action. Gasperson wanting to throw. Now he's going to run. Going straight ahead. Gets a block and goes down at the 30. Close to a first down. Might be about a yard short. Gasperson hit pretty hard.
Used the referee right there for a little extra yard.
Here come the Bulls for Argyle. That's Tyson O'Neill that checks in. Xavier Trotter, a couple of defensive linemen will check in. They'll line up to either side of the quarterback, kind of a tush-push like. Goes up under center, does Gasperson. And it's going to be a handoff to Bagley. Straight ahead. Oh, excuse me, that's Nathaniel Bruce. He gets to the line and walks into the end zone. A 30-yard touchdown run straight up the gut for Nathaniel Bruce. His 2nd touchdown of the night. All aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
And you see that so often, right? All you got to do is get past that first wave, and then there's nobody back there. They had everybody loaded on the line of scrimmage. And sure enough, they got all their offensive linemen cut the defense, and he just jumped over them and was gone.
Greg Moeller to snap. Good snap. Good hold by Nathaniel Bruce. Extra point by Anthony Rubalcaba is good. Our new score was 7:10 to play in the ball game. Argyle 38, Frisco Emerson 21. Back after this on Argyle Eagles Booster Club broadcasting.
You had the 30-yard TD run for Nathaniel Bruce on a 3rd down and 1. You thought you had the Bulls package in, right? The heavy package. But you get the 30-yard TD run. That's 3 TDs for Nate Bruce tonight.
Handoff is caught in the backfield, but he gets away, does Nick Clark. He still won't get back to the line of scrimmage. Grayson Peschel able to trip him up. Max Bland as well, a tackle for loss, a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 11 at the 45.
Yeah, that would have been a nice play if you could have gotten him back there deep like that. But Argyle still did a good job of rebounding and catching him, because a lot of times when you get past that guy, there's not anybody left.
3rd down and 11. Nick Clark stays out there in the backfield. He's to the right of his quarterback, DJ Shelton. Snap back to Shelton. He's looking, cocks his right arm, throws deep down the middle of the field, and it is overthrown. At Kelton Wafer, the good coverage by Malik Bracey. They were stride for stride. It's going to be 4th down and 11 for the Mavericks.
And everything's 4 down here, right? I mean, you're down 17. There's no tomorrow. You're going to go for everything. 6 minutes to go in the game. Argyle fans still making noise.
It's 4th down. This could likely be the ball game right here if Argyle can get a stop. 4th down and 11. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Shelton's got it. Straight drop. He's looking to his left. He's throwing to his left. Well overthrown, out of bounds. Didn't even give his receiver Blake McLean a chance. Argyle holds, turns over on downs. It's Argyle football at their own 45-yard line.
And that one had no chance, right? I mean, that ball was 10 yards over his head.
We've seen Shelton do that a few times, right? He seems to get away from him.
I just remember when my kids were playing, and you'd be sitting in the stands, you'd have those shakers, and you're just working them like crazy, right? And everybody's yelling and screaming, the game's over, and I go up to him and say, man, we really helped you guys, didn't you? There, what are you talking about? I said, could you hear us down there? Never even heard you.
Yes, I didn't notice it.
So disappointing.
I think maybe the student section down the end zone might have helped a little bit.
That helped a lot because you're right there on top, right? And you know what? It's C.H. Collins, it might make a difference, too, if you get right on that front row.
1st down and 10 from their own 45. Snap back to Gasperson. Handoff Watson Bell. He's got room. He cuts it to his left. He's off to the races, and he's caught from behind, but not till he gets all the way down to the 31-yard line. 20, good, go all the way to the 30, a 25-yard gain for Watson Bell on 1st down. Now the Eagles will start running some clock, I would imagine. 5:45 to play in the ball game. So 1st down and 10. Watson Bell comes to the sidelines again. Looks like he's maybe hobbled a little bit.
Tired.
Could be.
Long run.
2 receivers right, 1 left, and it's going to be Chase Bagley getting the call this time. Oh, he slammed down to the turf.
Goodly gain, though, right there.
Gets to the 28-yard line, a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7, but the good news is that clock continues to run. Emerson only has 1 timeout left.
Yeah, 1 timeout. If Argyle, you know, they're almost in field goal range right here. If they can just get a few more yards and at least get 3 more out of it, you know, just kind of pad that lead a little bit more, make it a little bit more comfortable.
Argyle looking to the sidelines, getting the play call in now. 2nd down and 7. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Play action to Bagley. Now Gasperson wanting to throw.
Throw it away.
Now he's looking. Now he breaks the tackle back at the 35. Oh, he throws it the last second. Chase Bagley. Pass is complete. All the way down to the 5-yard line. Great job by McGuire Gasperson. That's what you talked about with Shelton earlier, Mitch, was being able to scramble and get away. Should have been an obvious sack and about a 10-yard loss. Ends up being a 23-yard gain inside the Rustico red zone, 1st and goal.
Yeah, and it should have been a sack, right? And then as he's scrambling, you know, I'm yelling, throw it away. Just don't take the yardage. And sure enough, he stays composed and throws it. And then Chase Bagley catches it, makes a great move to the inside, and got about 10 more yards on it.
Gasperson goes over 200 yards passing after that one. Now it's 1st down and goal from the 5. Bulls come in, Tyson O'Neill and Xavier Trotter.
So it's just going to be smash mouth right here, right, for 3 plays?
It's a handoff to Bagley. He bounced it outside instead of staying behind his big blockers. No gain for Bagley. Be second down and goal from the 5. Kirk Rudolph is in on that offensive line.
So if you're Gasperson, do they have a play where he pulls it, right?
Yeah.
When everybody crashes and he's got to get outside? I guess you do it on 3rd down, right? So you have to run out of bounds.
I don't know if he didn't do it much. I haven't seen that a whole lot from up under center. But see what they do here. Second down and goal from the 5. It's Bagley again. Makes a move. He's inside the 5. He's to about the 2. Elijah White makes the stop.
So Austin, they line up there tight, right? I mean, it's they're packed in almost like the tush push.
Yeah.
But then the handoff is kind of a delayed handoff. They go 2 or 3 steps back to hand it off. Is that kind of unusual?
No, and I think you kind of touched on it. Maybe a little naked here. I did it in 2011 versus Carthage playoffs and scored. So it's definitely in the playbook, I would assume.
Yeah. 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Bull still in there. We'll see what Argyle goes with here, and they're going to go the quarterback sneak. I don't know if he got anywhere.
Maybe he got a little offsides.
Might have been a little too far away for the quarterback sneak.
It is. Get another chance at it here.
Yeah, offsides against Emerson. So now it's 3rd down and goal. Now the regular offense will come back out there. The Bulls leave, and Kirk Rudolph looks like he's limping a little as he comes off.
Fade to the corner. Not my favorite play, but a lot of people like it at this situation.
Might say read option possibly. Up under center again, though, is McGuire Gasperson. He's going to toss sweep. That's going to be Bagley. He's going to try to outrun him, and he does not outrun Agape Lawrence. And that is a strange play call on 3rd down. As I don't know, Argyle's run the sweep, but maybe 2 or 3 times all year. 3-yard loss, and they're going to kick a field goal. I'm not sure about the change of pace there, Mitch. I thought when you changed to a different offense, I was like you. Are they going to do a fade, maybe the read option or something different, and the toss sweep and end up with a 4-yard loss, and now Anthony Ruvalcaba out to try a field goal.
And Argyle really hadn't gotten the edge on the sweeps tonight, right? Most of their yards has been between the tackles, and to run it right there when everybody's packed in.
Good snap, good hold. 21-yard field goal is on its way, and it is good. Minute 38 to play in the ball game. Argyle stretches its lead to 20, 41-21 with 1:38 to play. Back after this from our good friends over at Marty B's. Back at Eagle Stadium, 1:38 to play.
Yeah.
(41-21), Argyle leading by 20 now. Unless something crazy happens, they should be able to wrap this one up and get ready for the Wichita Falls Memorial Mavericks next Friday night. Ruvalcaba will kick this one high in the air, and a fair catch is made at the 34 by Cameron Lockhart.
Okay, a little better way to pooch kick right
Yes.
there, I think. If you get your hang time on that. All right,
So how about the drive summary, Mitchie Pooh?
Let's do it. Okay, this one is brought to us by Lorena Moore of Monument Realty. 7 plays, 51 yards, and then Argyle, this is almost a miracle, ran off 4 minutes and 27 seconds on that drive, which is a very long drive for Argyle, culminated with that 4-yard field goal to just cushion that lead a little bit more.
First and 10 Mavericks at their own 34. Shelton under pressure. Honk Woodard chasing him down, getting held. No call. Pass is complete, though. Nice job by Shelton. He gets it out to Caden Camps. Oh, there is a flag back there, and they will get the holding call. As Honk Woodard would have had him a sack back there if he wasn't getting held.
Yeah.
I'm glad Honk came back. Honk was, he looked like he was walking pretty gingerly on that leg earlier.
Hurting
ankle
Honk?
or something. Yeah, hurting Honk. So following the holding penalty, it's going to be first down and 20 back at the 24-yard line. Minute 28 to play in the ball game. 11th penalty on Emerson tonight for 99 yards.
You know, Parcells used to do the yards compared to touchdowns, right? So 100 yards is a touchdown that you've given away.
Play action, Shelton under some pressure, now rolling out to his left, still rolling, no one to throw to, and he's just going to throw it away. Nathaniel Bruce, Tyler Cobb in there, giving some pressure. Excuse me, that was Thomas Irwin and Tyler Cobb giving the pressure.
You know, at this point, you just chunk it, right? I mean, if it gets picked, it gets picked. But, I mean, you're down 20 points with a minute to go. Don't throw it away. Just throw it. Hope for the best. Go for that 50-50 ball if you can set it up.
Second and 20, clock stopped, 1:05 to play. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Shelton takes the snap.
Chop block.
Yeah, should have been a chop block. Going deep down the middle of the field, looking for McLean, and the best chance to intercept it was Nathaniel Bruce, but it's overthrown and incomplete. And it will be third down, 3rd and 20.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't call that chop block. That was right out in the middle.
It really
open.
was, yeah. Left tackle was engaged, and the back came up and
cut him.
Luke Fetters will check into the game and get Brody Bomar out of there. Nice game by Brody Bomar tonight. We mentioned he was sick. Dad said maybe even something flu, maybe pneumonia. So he was pretty sick earlier in the week. And
that boogie woogie flu, maybe?
Yeah. He's played really well tonight for someone when they would go to school Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Shelton looking, rolling to his left, still rolling to his left. He's still looking, and he's going to run out of bounds. It's across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. 48 seconds to play. And Mitch, this is, you and I have talked about this many times with you having 3 boys, but probably some reality starting to creep in for some of these Emerson Mavericks. This might be their last football game ever.
You're right. We do this all the time. We do it in baseball a bunch too, right? When you see them eliminated from the playoffs. And I mean, heck, these guys, you know, played their heart out tonight. They did all season. They had a really tough district, right? And it's sad. Most of them will go on to great things, and it won't include sports. But it's just kind of sad to see it end for anybody.
Shelton looking under some pressure, but throws complete to Blake McLean, and that was 4th down, by the way, and just enough for a first down, even though McLean looked frustrated.
I don't think he knew it.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew he'd gotten past the marker.
It's out to the 46-yard line, just enough for a first down here for the Mavericks. Blake McLean, maybe he's upset that they got to play another day. He's a junior, so he gets to play again next year. So.
Yep.
First and 10 from the 46, 25 seconds to play. Emerson in no hurry now. Shelton going to throw right across the middle, incomplete, and he's hit hard.
Yeah, he was.
Xavier Sanchez. And lights up, I believe that was Parker, no, that's Caden Camps. Passes intended for 2nd and 10.
I'm going to say that this was a great first game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you had a little bit of a challenge, but it wasn't enough to scare you to death, right? It looks like you're going to come out almost completely healthy.
2nd down 10, Shelton going to throw. Little bubble screen to Blake McLean. Spins out of a tackle, spins out of a couple tackles. And then tackle, though, finally made by Hank Woodard. It's hard for me to call him Hank now. I tried to call him Hank that time.
Yep.
And that's the ball game. The Argyle Eagles are by-district champions in 2024, following the 41-21 victory tonight over the Emerson Mavericks. And the student section comes running out on the field. Coach Rogers points them back the other direction.
For their own health, I think they should go back.
Yeah. That was that. All right, we're going to take us a timeout. Again, our final score tonight. Argyle moves on to round 2 of the Class 5A Division II playoffs. 41-21 victory tonight over the Emerson Mavericks. The Park Place postgame show is on the way next. We'll catch up with the players of the game. Coach Rogers, talk a little bit about some out-of-town scores, the Park Place play of the game, final stats, and a look at next week. That's all coming up in the Park Place Lexus and Land Rover Grapevine postgame show. Find out why people are saying Park Place is my place for everything Lexus. We'll wrap this one up from Eagle Stadium right after this on Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting.
Good evening, Eagles fans. This is Pastor Dale Tamke with Argyle United Methodist Church. I want to invite you and your family to church this Sunday. We have a traditional service with Holy Communion at 8:45 a.m. and a contemporary service at 11 a.m. Check us out at argyleumc.org to stay connected to all of our upcoming events. Whoever you are, whatever your story, however you come to join us, know that you will be seen, you will be loved.
This is Argyle Football, brought to you by the Argyle Eagles Booster Club.
Argyle Football is brought to you by our platinum sponsors, Cactus Canyon and Rustico Grill, Lori Jacobson with the Legacy Group, Park Place Lexus and Land Rover of Grapevine, YourNewDoor.com, and our title sponsor, Brian McClarty at 407 Barbecue, with post-game interviews, final stats, and a chat with Coach Rogers. Here is the Park Place post-game show.
Welcome back to Eagle Stadium following this 41-21 victory for Argyle tonight over Frisco Emerson in the bi-district round of the playoffs. Let's head right down to the Park Place postgame show and Austin Ani with Argyle head coach Todd Rogers.
Yeah, here with head coach. Talk to you. Congrats on the win. Start off with
thanks a bunch.
Yeah, we'll talk to you before the half. Kind of wanted to come out, play mistake-free football. Kind of went back and forth there, but it seems like y'all settled in. And y'all pulled away. How'd you feel about that second half in the overall game?
Well, I think we held them scoreless, right? So that was a huge improvement. We played really good defensively. I think we just got ourselves in some odd situations. We had a fumbled on a punt return and then a miscue, interception down the field. I mean, those things are going to be part of the game. They just kind of happened all within a few sequences, right? So they didn't have to work very hard to score, and that wasn't good for us. And so we got that cleaned up. We were very confident in the locker room at halftime. I just told them we just need to clean it up and get our minds right and be ready to play the whole second half is. And they were very diligent and they were executed very well the second half.
Yeah, it looks like they came out ready to go. How much do you know about next week?
Oh, next week is already set with at Mineral Wells. I think that Wichita Falls Memorial won, so we'll set that. We'll have the specifics here in just a few days.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks so much.
Yep. Got one more for you. The question is, do you like winning?
Well, I knew that was the question. I was a little disappointed it wasn't yes. Yes, I love winning. I loved how our football team played amazing today and setting itself up for a really good run through the playoffs.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Argyle head coach Todd Rogers. Now we'll try to find our players of the game. Nate Brute. Did we ever come up with the defensive player of the game? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We said Max Bland. So if you can find number 8 and number 32 in that pile somewhere, we'll talk about some stats while you go rummage around and look for number 8 and number 32.
We might be able to direct you from up here.
Yeah, we'll try to direct you from up here. There's 32 right there. Grab him. Yeah. Okay, awesome. We'll let you ask question number 1, but then we'll have some stuff up here for you. There's our defense player of the game, Max Bland. Max, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, we'll turn it over to Austin Ani first.
Yeah,
Austin.
here with Max. Great game tonight. Congrats on the win. How'd y'all feel about the first and second half?
We definitely battled. It was all about battling, and I'm just happy we ended up with the win. We trusted each other. We did what we could, and I give God all the glory.
Awesome.
Hey, Max, Kenny up here in the booth. You had a couple of tackles for loss tonight. You had a big sack. Were you, looked like a couple times when DJ Shelton, their quarterback, would be rolling out or whatever, you'd kind of be on him. Were you kind of the spy on him tonight? Was that the plan?
Yeah, so when he scrambles, I was supposed to go get him, and I just wanted to kill him, I just wanted to do my job, help everybody else, and I trusted that my team was there even if I messed up.
You look like you had an extra gear in you tonight. The playoffs just bring out a little bit more.
Yes, I really we want to go all the way, and I want to give my team all that I can, and I just want to give 110% at all times and give God my best, my family, my dad, and just everybody.
So, Max, when here in a couple weeks when your hair starts growing back, think you're going to keep that blonde hair maybe for a little bit longer, go redo it again?
I might redo it. But I just want to keep it there. It's new. It's really new. I'm still getting used to it. I did it last night, and I just look in the mirror, and I'm still kind of shocked. So it's definitely fun, and I'm happy I did it.
Well, enjoy the playoffs, man.
Hey, appreciate you hanging out with us, defensive player of the game tonight, man. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Great game, buddy.
All right, Max Bland, number 32, linebacker for Argyle, gets our defensive player of the game. And here is Nathaniel Bruce tonight. Boy, this is
do it all. Special teams, defense, and offense. He can score. One of your better nights this season. How'd you feel about tonight?
I felt very confident. I mean, I just got my hand back after being in a cast and a brace for about 5-6 weeks. So the fact that I got to go back into my comfort zone of being able to do everything that the team needs me to do was a big part of building also my confidence, as well as being able to come out and do what I needed to do for my team.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Hey, Nathaniel, Kenny up here in the booth. Man, it's kind of weird. We expect you to always be like defensive player of the game, and even special teams, but we're even giving you offensive player of the game tonight. Did you expect that coming into tonight?
No, I didn't. I mean, they told me to be ready for beef, and I figured that was whenever we got down to the goal line. But once I realized that we were going to do it in the middle of the field, I got a little excited. But that thing is, I mean, I get to run in and score a touchdown, but that is all on the offensive line. They open up a gap that I haven't ever seen a gap in almost any level that could open up that big, because they go down and get gritty. They get low, get under everybody, and it splits wide open. So as much as I get to go run the ball into the end zone, it's as much on me as it is the offensive line, if not more on the offensive line.
Well, Nathaniel, one of the things we always talk about in the broadcast booth, especially when Argyle gets in the playoffs, about how they always seem to have the advantage in special teams, and it seemed like we have that again tonight. And first off, take a listen to this one. Good snap back to Coetzi. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Nathaniel Bruce bobbles it a little bit, hangs on to it though, breaks a tackle. Now he's coming back out here to the left. What a great move there by Nathaniel Bruce. He's got leverage, cuts it inside of the 35. He can take it to the house. 62-yard punt return from Nathaniel Bruce. So there you go. There was your 62-yard punt return. Did you hear that? Could you hear that in your ears?
We couldn't really hear that.
Oh,
I heard it at the very end. Bruce. That's about it.
Okay, that's the most important part, right?
Yeah.
So 62-yard touchdown.
A lot tonight.
And then here you go. Hey, how about one more? Here's why he's got offensive player of the game. We'll turn it up. It's going to be a handoff to Bagley. Straight ahead. Oh, excuse me. That's Nathaniel Bruce. He gets to the line and walks into the end zone. A 30-yard touchdown run straight up the gut for Nathaniel Bruce. His second touchdown of the night. All aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles. There you go. All right, now you got to hear that one, I guess, right?
Yes, sir. That was awesome.
All right, hey, good deal. Hey, the playoffs just kind of bring a little more into you, but like you said, you're back in your element, so that's important. Even things like holding and punting and whatever else, things you hadn't been doing for a few weeks. How important is that to you, but also just to the entire team?
Well, I feel like for me personally, like the fact that I get to do what like the coaches and team need me to do for them is a big part of like me feeling like I could leave it all out in the field. Because like while I'm in a cast, I know I focus on defense only, and I love defense with all my heart, but I don't feel like I can give everything because I was still physically able to do everything. I just was a little crippled for a little bit. But the fact that I was able to go contribute to my fullest ability and do what was needed to be done it's a big part for me feeling like I can leave it all in the field.
So Nathaniel, Austin Ani, who's interviewing you there, was a great two-sport star at Argyle football, baseball, like you are, right? So tell me the correlation between catching balls in the outfield and catching punts.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, catching a football and a punt is pretty similar to a baseball, other than the fact that the football is a little more unpredictable while it's in the air because it is not round. It is this weird egg shape, and depending on how it's kicked, if it's a spiral, it's going to go far. If it's wobbling, it could drop immediately. You never know. So the fact that I have that baseball background as well, and having to go take angles and be able to play with the wind, it's a big part of me being able to be comfortable in doing that, because it's not an easy thing to do, and a lot of people are not comfortable with it and they get nervous. But relaxing and doing that is a big part of it.
Yeah, well, from a fan's perspective, it's comforting to see you out there, knowing that you do have the experience in both of them. So, good job tonight, and enjoy the rest of the playoffs.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Congrats, Nathaniel. Go celebrate with your teammates, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Nathaniel Bruce, number 8, our player of the game tonight. One of our players of the game, and one of those was our Park Place play of the game. Actually, the return punt. I think he's already given his headset away there. So Austin Ani, we appreciate him tonight.
He did a great job.
Us out. Yeah, he did a great job. Did an even better job in our ear. What people can't hear back home is it's almost like he was reading defenses sometimes. He was talking about what the secondary was doing. That's coming from a former college quarterback that can sit there. He was talking about whether they were in man or zone, and you can tell they're in man because the guy's going across motion. He's following across, saying all those different things in our ear. So that helped us out a lot.
Well, then one time when we were down on the goal line, right, and he goes, "Yeah, there is a play for a naked boot with a quarterback. I did it in 2011 against Carthage for a touchdown," right? So no matter how big these guys get, right, no matter how big they get, high school football is always special to them, right?
Yeah.
And you're talking about a guy like Austin Ani, who you said earlier played with the Yankees, and certainly, a Power 4 school in North Texas, but he can still remember those high school plays that went well for him. That's pretty cool.
For Argyle tonight, 144 yards on the ground, 206 through the air, a total of 350 yards total offense for Argyle tonight. They were 3 of 7 on third down. Another game where Argyle just methodically moved the ball down the field. They had 20 first downs again tonight. Again, we're not used to that in Argyle football in the previous years. It was always kind of 2 or 3 plays and a touchdown, and Argyle able to get the 20 first downs again tonight on fourth. Didn't have any fourth down conversions. For Frisco Emerson, 179 total yards of offense. So give credit again to that Argyle defense. They only had 40 total yards at the half. They get 139 in the second half. 152 through the air. And Mitch, here's the key tonight. Only 27 yards rushing for Frisco Emerson.
They just never got it going, right? And, everybody was kind of apprehensive about that. And Argyle, I'm sure that was a big focus of them all week, is trying to shut down that run. And they absolutely did. And